Target Safety Solutions, the Uniontown Dental Associates and Dr. Jonathan Krisner, and the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute and physical therapist Jim Burns. Now stay tuned for the WPIAL High School Basketball Playoffs here on WMBS, the Trib Live High School Sports Network, and YouTube Live.
From Geibel Catholic High School in Connellsville, Pennsylvania, it's time for WPIAL High School Basketball Playoff action. A girls single-A quarterfinal round game between 4th-seeded Geibel and 5th-seeded St. Joseph. Brian Morozak alongside Tony Hanula. Carl Childs behind the camera in our YouTube Live video feed. And Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law studios. Our pregame show being brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They'll get you ready for the game. They're located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. Our live video stream courtesy of Dr. Mallard and Donna George. Lady Gator fans, Jay Bird's Detailing, Mike Kelly Toyota of Uniontown, Old World Coffee and Gelato, Sandy Howe Notary Services, Geibel Catholic Junior Senior High School, Goodwin Como PC, Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshock, and Megan Ford. And Tony, Geibel looking to start their playoff run to the Peterson Event Center tonight, but the loss they had 2 weeks ago against Sarah Catholic has the Gators entering the postseason as the number 4 seed and with a much tougher run to the championship game.
Yeah, they kind of got a little bad draw after that loss, and we talked about it whenever we did the game, Brian. I didn't think it was a bad loss to lose before you get in the playoffs, but obviously the WPIAL looked at it a little bit differently, dropped them down all the way to a number 4 seed, which was kind of surprising, and that was even noted today in the Trib. But you know what? You got to go through everybody to get there anyway.
And St. Joseph could give Geibel a battle tonight. They have a slightly more depth than the Gators do, led by number 14 Bella Bartolovic, who is averaging 19 points a game, and a pair of sister combinations in Casey and JJ Seenick and Peyton and Gemma Hornack. And they really have a solid 7-player rotation.
Yeah, they do have a solid rotation, and that's the thing. You know, we've talked about it, you know, and I mentioned it to you before we went on the air. You know, the points of the game is Geibel's got to stay out of foul trouble. I know it sounds like a broken record, but they're not very deep, and it's one of those things where, you know, when you have a St. Joe's squad that comes in and plays 7 or 8 players, a little bit different. They have a lot more fouls to give.
And you look at Mallory Clement, Emma Larkin, how big they've been this season for the Geibel Lady Gators. They became just the 6th WPIAL duo to finish a regular season averaging over 20 points per game. The first time it's happened since the 2013-2014 season. And Larkin is, of course, Geibel's all-time leading scorer, and in Geibel's regular season finale against Carrick became Fayette County's all-time leading scorer, breaking a record formerly held by Louis Hall of Albert Gallatin.
Well, yeah, and she's had a fantastic season, a fantastic career for Geibel, and hopefully it doesn't end here tonight. And you also, as you mentioned, too, with Mallory Clemmer, you know, she can do it all from the inside, outside. Great rebounder, does a great job for Geibel underneath. But same thing, everybody's got to stay out of foul trouble, and it's got to be one of those things for Geibel.
We're talking about Geibel dropping to a number 4 seed, talking to St. Joseph head coach Jeff Dutel. He said Geibel really wasn't even on their radar as far as a team that they would play here in the quarterfinal round.
Well, I think he was under the same assumption, too, that they were going to be like a 2 or 3 seed, and it just didn't work out that way. And, you know, oddly enough, both of these teams, they were scheduled for this whenever the brackets came out, so neither one of these two teams have played in 10 days. A little bit of time to rest, but you might see a little bit of rust early on in this game.
A little playoff history. These two schools met in the first round of the playoffs back in 2023. St. Joe's down Geibel 64-26. Of course, that was Emma Larkin's freshman year. She's hoping to get revenge now during her senior year. The schools also met in the playoffs back in 2017. Another rout by St. Joe's, 76-35 over Geibel. And as you said, Tony, 10-day layoff for both of these schools coming in. The winner advances to the semifinals on Monday to take on either top-seeded Aquinas Academy or Eden Christian. The loser will still have a chance to qualify for the state playoffs and will also play a PIAA play-in game that will also be held on Monday.
Well, you're right, but obviously both of these teams want to play on Monday night and play against either Aquinas Academy or Eden, because now you're still in the running for the WPIAL title. But it's going to be a tight game, and I think that St. Joe's, I think they're going to be ready to play. And as you mentioned, like I said, with St. Joe's beating them over the last couple years, at least Emma Larkin has a little bit more ammunition, has a couple more teammates that she can count on to score and rebound and help her win this game.
It should be a lot of fun tonight when our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues. We'll have our Mausers tire schedule and scoreboard and talk to both coaches, Sarah Larkin, the head coach of the Geibel Gators, and Jeff Dutel, the head coach of the St. Joseph Spartans, here on WMBS, the Trib Live High School Sports Network, and YouTube Live.
You're the first one on the job site and the last one to leave. Your business doesn't stop. and your truck shouldn't either. At Megan Ford's Commercial Vehicle Center, we're more than a dealership. We're your partner in productivity. We know that every minute your truck is off the road is a minute you aren't earning. Because of our massive commercial inventory, we maintain strong relationships with all major upfitting manufacturers, ensuring you get the lowest possible pricing. Choose from over 20 upfitted vehicles currently in stock, or work with one of our commercial specialists to design the one that you want for your exact requirements. But we know you work hard, so you can play hard too. That's why Megan Ford also carries a massive selection of Ford's most iconic rides, from the legendary capability of the Ford F-150, America's favorite truck, to the off-road adventure waiting for you in a new Ford Bronco. Experience the Megan Ford difference today. You can find us just off of Route 119 in Connellsville, or connect with us anytime at meganford.com.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com, and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry.
Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshock wants everyone to stay safe this winter. If you are outside, make sure to wear layers and take breaks from shoveling when needed. Keep the gas tank full to avoid fuel line freeze-up. Also, keep a blanket and shovel in the trunk of your car. You never know when it might be needed. These winter safety tips have been brought to you and paid for by Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshock. Wishing everyone a fun and safe winter season. That winter safety message once again courtesy of your good friend, Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshock.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
You want to make your ride shine like new? Then take it to Jaybirds Detailing in Vanderbilt. Whether it's winter salt or everyday mess, Jaybirds brings your vehicle back to life, inside and out. They offer hand washes, waxes, full interior deep cleans, stain removal, and showroom quality finishes. Cars, trucks, SUVs, there's no job too big or too small. Call 724-322-8196 to schedule your appointment today. Jaybirds Detailing in Vanderbilt, because a clean car doesn't just look better, it feels better.
Geibel Catholic will be holding its annual auction and gala on Saturday, April 11th at the Aaron's Building in Connellsville. We are pleased to announce that country rock group Rough Creek returns by popular demand. Please continue to follow the website, www.geibelcatholic.org, and social media for more details.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowell's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowellsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Brian Morozak back here in the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. Girls high school basketball playoff action on WMBS tonight. It's a single-A quarterfinal round game as the fourth-seeded Geibel Lady Gators take on fifth-seeded St. Joseph. Time now for our schedule and scoreboard being brought to you by Mauser's Tire Center. Need tread this winter? Don't let the winter weather slow you down. Visit Mauser's Tire today. Of course, this year on WMBS, we've covered a lot of 5A high school boys basketball games throughout the course of the year. They had their first round this past Tuesday. I wanted to go back and look at some of the first round results. In fact, we saw one of the biggest upsets of the WPIAL tournament, any classification, take place in boys 5A in the first round on Tuesday, where 15th seeded Ringgold upset number 2 Lincoln Park 79-77. Remember, Ringgold down Laurel Highlands last Thursday in the preliminary round, and now the Rams moving on to the quarterfinals with that 79-77 win over Lincoln Park on Tuesday. And they'll take on 10th seeded Hampton, who also upset Peters Township 50-45 on Tuesday. That Hampton Ringgold quarterfinal round game taking place tomorrow night. Other boys 5A games from Tuesday, 6th-seeded Penn Hills knocked off 11th-seeded South Fayette 48-27. Another mild upset, number 9-seeded Shaler downing number 8 Franklin Regional 65-50, but the Panthers really slid throughout the second half of the season. Number 4 Moon, a 45-30 win over 13th-seeded Penn Trafford on Tuesday. Number 1 Chartiers Valley rolled a 61-48 win over 17th-seeded Montour. It was 3rd-seeded Thomas Jefferson 86, 14th-seeded Greater Latrobe 79, and maybe the tightest game on Tuesday in overtime, 5th-seeded Gateway down 12th-seeded Indiana 56-50. Since that's up the boys quarterfinals in 5A that'll take place tomorrow night. Taking a look at the schedule of games for tonight, we'll start on the girls' side. 1 6A quarterfinal round game tonight. Cannon McMillan hosting Mount Lebanon. Girls 4A game scheduled for tonight. South Park at Oakland Catholic. Elizabeth Forward taking on Belle Vernon. That game being held at Peters Township High School. Burroughs battling Blackhawk. That game at Blackhawk High School. And Beaver taking on North Catholic. That game being played at Pine Richland. And, of course, 4 girls single A quarterfinal round games tonight as well. West Green is at Union. Of course, here on WMBS, Geibel hosting St. Joseph. Swickley Academy on the road at Sarah Catholic. And Eden Christian taking on Aquinas Academy. The winner of this game between St. Joseph and Geibel will battle either Eden Christian or Aquinas Academy coming up on Monday. Boys' schedule of games for tonight, 4 6A quarterfinal round games, including Mount Lebanon at Newcastle. Amani Christian's taking on Central Catholic, that game being played at Fox Chapel High School. Seneca Valley is hosting Hempfield, and Fox Chapel's at Upper St. Clair. Also, 4 quarterfinal round games in boys 2A tonight as well. Winchester Thurston battling Swickley Academy at Upper St. Clair High School. Our Lady of Sacred Heart is taking on Jefferson Morgan, that game at Peters Township High School. It's Eden Christian and Jeanette playing at Fox Chapel, and Neshannock and Clairton battling at Pine Richland High School. That's our schedule and scoreboard being brought to you by Mauser's Tire. Don't let the winter weather slow you down. Call Mauser's Tire today. 724-245-2410. That's 724-245-2410 for Mauser's Tire. Again, girls single A quarterfinal round action on WMBS tonight. 4th-seeded Geibel taking on 5th-seeded St. Joseph Academy. And we'll talk to Geibel head coach Sarah Larkin and Jeff Dutel, the head coach of the St. Joseph Spartans, when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
Uniontown Dental Associates, led by Doctors Jonathan Krisner, Jennifer Hard, Jocelyn Belitsky, and Dr. Kareem Shahama, offers a full range of dental services. Same-day crowns are a convenient solution for those needing immediate care, and one of the many services they offer. Whether you need clear aligners to discreetly straighten teeth, a permanent fix for missing teeth with implants or restorative options, they have you covered. Visit them at 7829 National Pike or phone 724-438-0241 to schedule your appointment. Experience top-quality care with a personal touch. Uniontown Dental Associates, where your smile is their priority.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are proud residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and more. Experienced therapists providing quality rehabilitation close to home. Convenient hours, accessible location, all major insurances accepted. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access. 724-437-7500.
Do you need a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services is here for you, offering new PA and West Virginia plates and ready to assist with your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, and ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. Serving Fayette County and all surrounding areas, open weekdays from 10 to 8:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield. Call 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
The T-Berry Law Office and attorney Vincent M. T-Berry specialize in criminal defense, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. The T-Berry Law Office is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. When you need to consult an attorney, make your first call to attorney Vincent M. T-Berry and the T-Berry Law Office. It'll be the only call you need to make. Phone 724-430-0300 or visit their website at tberrylawoffice.com. The T-Berry Law Office. Small town, big results.
Slow down and savor something special at Old World Coffee and Gelato. From rich, handcrafted espresso and perfectly brewed coffee to smooth, authentic gelato made the Old World way. It's the taste of Europe right here in your neighborhood. Whether you are starting your morning or treating yourself after dinner, Old World Coffee and Gelato, 314 West Crawford Avenue in Connellsville. It's simply delicious.
Girls High School basketball playoff action on WMBS tonight. The Geibel Lady Gators taking on St. Joseph. And joining us now, Sarah Larkin, the head coach of the Geibel Lady Gators. And Sarah, as you enter the WPIAL playoffs as the number 4 seed in your final regular season game a week ago, Monday, your daughter Emma set a new Fayette County scoring mark, and you're able to close the regular season on a high, finishing 21-1 in the regular season campaign.
Yes, yeah, she had 27, I think, on Monday against Carrick, and she had to play a little more than I wanted her to. Unfortunately, we had a minor injury with Alexa Morgan, so she ended up being in the game more than I wanted. But, yeah, she accomplished that goal. It was kind of quiet. We didn't really get to celebrate that, but I know that there are a lot of people out there that are excited for her and happy for her. So glad to get that past us before we get into the playoffs.
It certainly was a nice accomplishment. Lily Hall's record had stood for quite some time. You had mentioned that Alexa Morgan was injured in that game. Is she going to be okay for your opening round playoff game against St. Joseph next Thursday?
Yes, absolutely. Just a minor tweak with the ankle. She was good yesterday at practice. She'll be ready to go next week.
And then Tuesday, you found out you were seeded 4th in the WPIAL playoff field. Was that a little bit disappointing considering the fact that your section co-champs and only lost 1 game all season?
Sure, it was, but ultimately we don't control that, and we're going to focus on the things that we can control and getting ready for our opponent, St. Joseph, next Thursday.
Let's talk about your quarterfinal round opponent, St. Joseph. They played a tough regular season schedule in a conference that consisted of Aquinas Academy and Union, and they're going to be a tough out, I think, here in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, they absolutely do, and I know they're coached really well. We did play them, 4 years ago now, I guess, Emma's freshman year, our first playoff game up in Natrona Heights, and they beat us pretty good. We're a different team now. They're a different team now, obviously, but we've got some film. We've taken a look at some of their key matchups against some of the tougher opponents, and we're going to continue to just prep for that game, but we obviously expect that to be competitive.
What are some of the things that St. Joseph does well that you'll be concerned about?
Well, I think they're very similar to us and similar to Sarah. They have some height, probably a lot more height than what we do, but they don't necessarily have a big the way that Clemmer represents us inside the paint. Their big is more of an inside-out player than what Mallory is. I mean, I know Mal can hit the threes, but she's not really that big, strong presence in the paint. They have some really good guard play. They're quick, so I think that the speed matches up pretty well with us. I think defensively we may have a little bit of an edge there, and shooting-wise we may also have a little bit of an edge there, but they are very similar to us, so I think that it's going to be a challenge.
It's certainly a tough road to the Pete. I was a little bit surprised, though, that both you and Aquinas Academy were on the same side of the bracket.
Yeah, that's disappointing, but we got to beat them one way or another, whether it's in the semi or in the final. So, we're trying not to focus on that. We're trying to focus on just one game at a time, take care of each opponent that they put it in front of us, and let our game talk for us.
What are your plans to stay sharp with a long layoff in between games? Of course, going from last Monday when you wrapped up the regular season against Carrick until next Thursday when we'll take on St. Joseph.
Yeah, the layoff is disappointing, but that's just the way it happens, right? With the bye in the first round. So we had that last year, and we knew coming into this year that was probably going to be the case again. We do have a scrimmage scheduled tomorrow with California, so that'll help keep us fresh. But I also welcome a little bit of the break. We've had a few physical games with that 1-point loss with Sarah last week, and then Monday's game was really physical as well. So it's also time for us to decompress and rest up and be ready to go fresh for that playoff game against St. Joseph. So it's a double-edged sword, but we'll get our scrimmage in tomorrow and then continue our practices through Thursday to be ready to go.
Sarah, appreciate it as always. I'll see you out there next Thursday. Looking forward to seeing your Lady Gators in the playoffs.
Awesome. Thanks, Brian.
That was a conversation we had last week with Sarah Larkin, the head coach of the Geibel Lady Gators. Geibel getting sent to battle St. Joseph here tonight in the girls' single-A quarterfinals. And we'll talk to Jeff Dutel, the head coach of the St. Joseph Spartans from the Sprouse Insurance Group. Pregame show continues right after this.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car and drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
When you are looking to make some extra cash for your aluminum cans, visit Cherokee Recycling, where aluminum can is king. Cherokee Recycling is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4:30, and Saturdays, 8 to 12 noon, closed Sundays and holidays. Give Marcus or Rags a call today, 724-439-3228, for Cherokee Recycling, where recycling makes the most sense.
Introducing Target Safety Solutions Division, LLC. Because Ted Sova and Son Body and Fender Repair is concerned about our local community, Target Safety Solutions was born. Located beside the Ted Sova shop at 94 Atlas Road in Uniontown, Target Safety Solutions specializes in vehicle calibration after a vehicle is involved in a collision. Target Safety Solutions can perform vehicle alignments, state inspections, minor mechanical repairs, including brakes and suspension work, as well as tire replacement, and also inspects trailers up to 10,000 pounds. Their alignment machine can accommodate lowered vehicles, dually trucks, and box trucks. Vehicles are now made with many safety features to keep their occupants safe. That's why Target Safety Solutions originated. Their state-of-the-art facility is open from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., Monday through Friday. They are currently taking new customers and accepting commercial and fleet accounts as well. Nick Patricelli and Mike Thomas are ready to provide you with fast, friendly, professional service. Call Nick at Target Safety Solutions, 724-550-4403.
Go to Ford of Uniontown and trade me in.
Dominic Carbone with Jessica Caringla with your 7-time President Award-winning Ford of Uniontown. Truck Month is on the horizon, and we're kicking this thing off with a bang. Running all the way to the end of March, and we're talking massive savings.
How massive?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Take up to $8,000 off select F-150s or $6,000 off with interest rates at 2.9 for 60 months, 3.9 for 72, and only 4.9 for 84 months.
And that's not all. We got deals on Super Duties, Mavericks, and Rangers. Just stop, click, or call for details. Here at Ford of Uniontown, our commitment is to make sure you have the best experience, not only buying a vehicle, but getting it serviced as well. That's why we offer online maintenance appointments and free pickup and delivery.
Your truck knows, shouldn't you? That's Ford of Uniontown on the hill across from Applebee's, 724-425-5980 or FordofUniontown.com.
Price excludes taxes and transfer fees, must finance with Ford Credit, and not all buyers will qualify.
I'm attorney Bill Martin, partner at Radcliffe Martin Law. If you were injured in an accident, don't know where to turn, and want to know what your rights are, we'd be happy to meet with you. We're local and have helped hundreds of people here in Fayette County recover in accident cases. Most importantly, we pride ourselves on being able to locate coverage or find claims that other attorneys may have missed. Call us about your case at 724-439-3939. Radcliffe Martin Law, your local injury attorney.
Amador Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, have been helping students travel to school safely in the Fayette County area for more than 4 years. Amador Transit is a proud sponsor of Laurel Highlands High School sports and wishes all the area teams good luck. For more information about Amador Transit, call them 724-439-3164. 724-439-3164, or stop by their office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown.
Brian Marozak back here on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. Girls high school basketball playoff action here on WMBS tonight. The Geibel Lady Gators seeded 4th, taking on 5th-seeded St. Joseph. And joining us now, Jeff Dutel, the head coach of the St. Joseph Spartans. And Jeff, you entered the WPIAL playoffs 13-9 overall, 9-5 out of Section 1 in Single A. And despite losing some talented players to graduation last year, you really have had a great regular season here this year.
Yeah, it's been, it's been kind of a rewarding season for us, I think. We actually, though, while we did lose a lot, really did lose one starter off of that team, and so we're kind of deceptively experienced, but there's times where I have to remind myself, even some of my sophomores that played a lot for me last year, I have to look at them, I'm like, oh, they're still like 15, 16 years old, like they're still young. So we have more experience than probably shows, but at the same time, we're also young. It's kind of that weird flow that does work in single-A girls basketball.
Yeah, you guys really played a tough schedule this year, both in conference and out of conference. Of course, having to battle Union and Aquinas Academy on a regular basis, and then you went outside the conference as well and played some pretty tough competition.
Yeah, I think, when you look across both sections, I think, they're fairly top-heavy. I think ours has just slightly more depth when you think about where we fell. We split with Sewickley, who was significantly better this year than last year. So I think we've just a shade more depth than the other division. And I think it showed. We played a couple crossover games. We played Sarah Catholic pretty close. We were winning for a lot of that game and then lost. They're a good team. And then we did play Canada and beat them. So I think, that kind of gives our section just a little bit of an edge. But, the top teams in the other section are Sarah and Geibel. They're excellent no matter what. And our non-conference definitely helps us. We started a couple of years ago playing these bigger schools in our tournaments. And, when I had a really good team 2 years ago, they got to the finals. And we didn't have a very good section at the time. So we needed to add some of these schools. And, we've scaled back a little bit. But keeping them does make us a better team. It doesn't always feel like it when you're losing by 25, but hopefully the girls get the message as the year goes on that it's helped us.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about your team. Who are some of the girls that we should look out for on Thursday?
Sure. Bella Bartolovic is she's our leading scorer. You guys could be the first ones to say her name right. It's Bartolovic. No.
I was going to ask.
Nobody ever does, but it's funny. Bella's been our leading scorer. She's shown a lot of growth from last year as a freshman. Casey Scenic is our lone senior. She plays inside for us and has had a pretty similar year to what she had last year, but has done a little bit more for us from there. And then from there, it's kind of a mix of what we're going to get in any given game between my other three starters, the underclassmen. Sometimes it's one and then not the other, and we kind of take turns filling out that third role as we kind of go through it, depending on what the game needs.
Well, more with Jeff Dutel, the head coach of the St. Joseph Spartans, on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this. Falling in love with a house? Head over heels for a home plan? Take the plunge. Apply for a mortgage loan with First Federal Savings and Loan of Greene County. Feeling commitment shy? Complete a mortgage pre-qualification. It's simple. 100% online, and you'll get a personalized answer within one business day. Then save the date for a move-in day or groundbreaking and put a key ring on it. Apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 458729. The best pizza in town is at Little E's El Ultra, Uniontown's newest restaurant with all the organic crust, classic or gluten-free, all organic sauces, all natural meats and toppings, and a variety of specialty pizzas, including vegan options. More than pizza, Little E's has hearty homemade soups, appetizers, calzones, and strombolis, plus a variety of salads with vegan and gluten-free options. Open Wednesday and Thursday 11 to 9, Friday and Saturday until 9:30. Phone 724-880-6012 or stop in Little E's 7 West South Street across from a parking garage.
Mauser's Tire Center has been serving the region for more than 50 years, offering new, used, and recap tires, as well as tire repair. Mauser's is located on Route 40 West at Seawrights Crossroads. Need new tires? Call Mauser's today at 724-245-2410 and let them get you ready for the road. Mauser's Tire Center, your trusted source for new and used tires for more than 5 decades. Wishing all area high school teams a successful and healthy.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutoSales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
Accidents can happen at any time. At Stewart Collision Service in Uniontown, we are here to repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition. Have dents? Stewart Collision Service does paintless dent repair. So give us a call at 724-437-9381 or stop by 73 East Fayette Street for all your collision needs. We work with all insurances. Stewart Collision supports our local high school sports teams and wish you the best this season. That's Stewart Collision Service, 73 East Fayette Street in Uniontown, 724-437-9381. WMBS high school basketball coverage is proudly sponsored by the law firm of Goodwin Como. Voted Fayette County's best attorney, Benjamin F. Goodwin, and the award-winning Goodwin Como team have been trusted by your friends and neighbors for nearly 2 decades. From estate planning and administration to personal injury, workers' compensation, property matters, family law, and criminal defense, they deliver dedicated, personalized representation when it matters most. With 2 convenient offices in Uniontown and Bell Vernon, visit GoodwinComo.com or call them at 724-438-1616 for your free initial consultation. Goodwin Como, righting wrongs, securing justice.
Brian Morozak back, continuing our conversation with Jeff Dutel, the head coach of the St. Joseph Spartans. St. Joseph battling Geibel girls single A quarterfinal round action here on WMBS tonight. And Jeff, let's talk about this matchup with Geibel. You actually saw them in the playoffs going back a couple of years ago, Emma Larkin's freshman year, and you knocked off the Lady Gators in that matchup. But certainly a different Geibel team they'll be dealing with this time around.
Yeah, I have been preparing for a lot of matchups the last couple of weeks. I did not really think this would be the 4-5 matchup. I mean, I know they haven't played the toughest non-conference schedule, and, the 21-1 kind of, the one coming at the end to Sarah kind of took a little momentum out. I didn't necessarily see them dropping to the 4, so they were not, I don't want to say they weren't on my radar, but I didn't have this as the 4-5 matchup. I thought we could be 5, 6, or 7. I thought it would be us, West Green, Sewickley. I mean, kind of take your pick, honestly. There's a case to be made for any of them. So I didn't really see this one kind of going right away. They're obviously experienced. When you think about Emma herself, you kind of have seen, when you look across 1A, you can kind of see a lot of these stories unfold over several years, kind of like you're seeing with Aquinas this year. With my girls a couple of years ago, finally getting to the Pete, they had kind of been building for a couple of years, and that's kind of the Emma story. I mean, a couple of years ago, getting bounced in the first round. Last year, I think they caught a hot Clareton team in the semis. I mean, I think you can kind of see that story unfolding every year in 1A. So, they're definitely a dangerous team. Mallory's tough inside. I think Darnell is pretty underrated in terms of the things that she'll do for them. And then, you have freshmen are wild cards in these situations. I thought last year when I started 3 freshmen that when you get into a playoff scenario, you honestly never know what's going to happen when you put a freshman out there in the first time. So, they have an interesting makeup, but, at the start and kind of end with Emma because how could it not? She's an all-state caliber player.
Do you feel you maybe have a little bit more overall depth than Geibel has right now?
I mean, we're a different team than them, so it's kind of hard to compare. And truthfully, when we talk about depth in single A, usually means you could bring 1 or 2 girls in off the bench. I mean, no one's bringing in 4 or 5. I'd say Aquinas is the deepest team that we've seen all year. So, I can't say if we're deeper than them. I think we are a little bit more balanced offensively than they probably are. But, I mean, then again, I don't have a 6'3" girl and an all-state player. So we're going to be a little bit more balanced. So I'm always cautious of saying that we're more deep because, there are games where I've only been able to play 6, and there's games where we've gone to 8. So, we're still high school deep like anybody else, I would say.
How much do you think the matchups that you had earlier in the year against Aquinas Academy and Union will help you in a game like this?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be on the road in the playoff game. I mean, that's a totally different atmosphere for sure. When we played Aquinas last week, it was essentially a playoff atmosphere. They had everybody there because Tess got her 1,000th point. I mean, we were kind of wide-eyed. So I actually think that might have helped us, even though we got the doors blown off of us. We did get a taste of it a little bit early. It always helps playing good teams. Like I said, it doesn't really, the girls might not believe it at the time when you walk away and you lose by, 20, whatever it might be. But, I'd like to think it helps. We've had a goal to try to close out one of these close games all year. I mean, if you look across 1A, there's just not a lot of close games. And we haven't really had that many of them and haven't been able to do it yet. So we're hoping at one point, hey, it's going to pay off, playing Union twice, playing Aquinas, playing the Shannock, who I still think is the best team we saw all year. You hope at some point you learn to play at that pace and then make the winning plays when it matters. So, yeah, you'd like to believe that pays off, and then you can say, hey, you know what? Yeah, we got steamrolled on this day in January, but who cares because we closed out a game in February.
That's Jeff Dutel, the head coach of the St. Joseph Spartans. St. Joseph taking on Geibel. Girls high school basketball playoff action here on WMBS tonight. We'll have the starting lineups and the opening tip-off for you next here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network and YouTube Live.
NovaCare Rehabilitation in Uniontown is accessible for all of your recovery needs. New at NovaCare is pelvic floor physical therapy, a specialized program to treat patients with pelvic floor dysfunction related to bladder, bowel, sexual function, and pregnancy postpartum. These issues can affect both women and men and include urinary frequency, urgency and incontinence, pelvic pain, constipation, IBS, menopause, painful periods, and more. Call 724-437-0556 for an appointment in Uniontown. Personalize your care with NovaCare.
Geibel Catholic will be presenting a Godspell review on Friday evening, April 24th, and Saturday afternoon, April 25th, in the Geibel Catholic Gymnasium. Please follow the website, www.geibelcatholic.org, and social media for more details.
Slow down and savor something special at Old World Coffee and Gelato. From rich, handcrafted espresso and perfectly brewed coffee to smooth, authentic gelato made the Old World way. It's the taste of Europe, right here in your neighborhood. Whether you are starting your morning or treating yourself after dinner, Old World Coffee and Gelato, 314 West Crawford Avenue in Connellsville. It's simply delicious.
The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood is a proud supporter of local high school sports. In fact, their annual charity golf outing has contributed dozens of scholarships to Fayette County students. The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood, wishing all of our local high school teams a great season.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy. Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowell's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowellsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Uniontown Dental Associates, led by Doctors Jonathan Krisner, Jennifer Hart, Jocelyn Belitsky, and Dr. Kareem Shahama, offers a full range of dental services. Same-day crowns are a convenient solution for those needing immediate care, and one of the many services they offer. Whether you need clear aligners to discreetly straighten teeth, a permanent fix for missing teeth with implants or restorative options, they have you covered. Visit them at 7829 National Pike or phone 724-438-0241 to schedule your appointment. Experience top-quality care with a personal touch. Uniontown Dental Associates, where your smile is their priority.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family-owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
Brian Morozak, Tony Anula back here at Geibel Catholic High School. WPIAL girls single A quarterfinal round action tonight. The Geibel Gators taking on the St. Joseph Spartans. Tony, is your starting lineups. They're being brought to you by SWGI Specialists, now U.S. Digestive Health at Uniontown. A different name but the same team, providing the same exceptional digestive care to our communities, and wishing the best of luck to our Fayette County teams. Tony, take it away.
All right, thanks, Brian. For the visiting St. Joseph Spartans, who come in 13-9 overall, they were 9-5 in Section 1-1A play. They're the number 5 seed coming into the WPIAL playoffs. Their head coach is Mr. Jeff Dutel. He's in his 3rd year. His starters for tonight will be number 1, Jocelyn Spinelli, a 6'3" junior guard averaging 8.5 points a game. Number 4, Gemma Hornick, a 5'3" sophomore guard averaging 6 points a game. Number 14, Bella Bartolovic, a 5'5" sophomore forward averaging 19 points a game. Number 22, J.J. Scenic, a 5'8" sophomore forward, averaging 5 points a game. And number 25, Casey Scenic, a 5'10 senior forward, the only senior on this team, averaging 11.5 points a game for the Spartans. On the other side for the Geibel Gators, who come in as the number 4 seed overall, they were 21-1 overall for the season, 13-1 in Section 2 1A play. Their head coach is Miss Sarah Larkin in her 5th year. Assistant coach is Cassie Fisher. Their starters for tonight will be number 0, Janiyah Darnell, a 5'9 junior guard, averaging 8 points a game. Number 10, Mallory Clemmer, a 6'1 sophomore forward, averaging a double-double, 22 points and 15 rebounds a game. Number 11, Alexa Morgan, a 5'5 freshman guard, averaging 9 points a game. Number 15, Emily Horn, a 5'6 freshman forward, averaging 3 points a game. And senior guard, 5'5, number 22, Emma Larkin, averaging 24.7 points a game for the Geibel Gators.
Tony, this is about as full as I've seen this gym in quite some time. In fact, they actually have a lot of the Geibel students up on the stage here tonight.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, Brian. You know, they kind of made a lot more room for the spectators, and we've got a really good crowd here tonight. It's good to see.
And watching St. Joseph warm up, they seem like they're a pretty fundamentally sound team.
Fundamentally sound. Looks like they have a couple decent shooters, and you're right. I have a feeling tonight that we're going to see pretty good defense from them. I looked at some stats early on. They're averaging about 55 points a game, so they can definitely fill it up, and they can spread it around as well. Grant you have Bartolovic averaging 19 and Casey Scenic averaging close to 12, but you also got some other help out there too.
St. Joseph tied for 3rd place out of Section 1 with Sewickley Academy. They got swept by both Aquinas and Union in the regular season. Split with Sewickley Academy, won the second of the 2 meetings, thus drawing the number 5 seed. Of course, Geibel, section co-champs with Sarah Catholic, just 1 loss on the season, and that was against Sarah Catholic here 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and as we said, kind of a raw deal. I mean, you know, they were pretty much running the table until that game, and only lost by a point after it was all said and done, but ended up costing them a couple spots in the seeding, and they have to come in and play a pretty good St. Joseph's team.
Yeah, the winner tonight will take on either Eden Christian or Aquinas Academy in the semifinals coming up on Monday. Those 2 schools playing tonight at Aquinas Academy. That's an 8-1 matchup. The other 2 single-A quarterfinal round games tonight, West Green at Union, long road trip for the Pioneers going up to Lawrence County. And, of course, Sewickley Academy taking on Sarah Catholic. And Sarah Catholic not at full strength entering the playoffs. Maggie Brush ineligible for the postseason after transferring from Franklin Regional.
Well, and she was a big cog in that machine for Sarah Catholic. So it's one of those things where they're going to have somebody step up and fill in for Maggie Brush.
And again, you look at this St. Joseph lineup led by Bella Bartolovic, averaging 19 points and 6 rebounds a game. And you look up and down their lineup, Tony, you're showing me some of the rebounding stats. They're pretty good on the offensive glass as well, especially for a team that's not very tall.
Not very tall at all. And, you know, that's what I was looking at, Brian, in getting ready for this game. I mean, you've got Bartolovic. She's actually pulled down 146 rebounds. 71 of those were offensive. And for Casey Scenic, same thing, 136 rebounds. 63 offensive, 73 defensive. So they know how to hit the offensive glass, and it's something that Geibel's going to have to be wary of.
Of course, you get into the playoffs, Tony, anything can happen. We saw that the other night on the boys' side out of Section 1 and 5A. Of course, a lot of the focus has been on the 5A classification on the boys' south. A lot of the Uniontown and Laurel Highlands games we've done this year. But how about the Ringgold Rams? Of course, they knocked off Laurel Highlands in the preliminary round, then knocked off number 2 seeded Lincoln Park on Tuesday night.
Well, you know what? It's one of those things where Ringgold, they're long, they're athletic, and they're quick, and they're actually playing great basketball right now, and they picked the right time to get hot, especially in the playoffs. And a nice win for them to beat Lincoln Park and go on, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him win a couple more games.
Our live video stream tonight, courtesy of Dr. Mallard and Donna George, Lady Gator fans, Jaybirds Detailing, Mike Kelly, Toda of Uniontown, Old World Coffee and Gelato, Sandy Howe Notary Services, Geibel Catholic Junior Senior High School, Goodwin Como PC, Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshak, and Megan Ford. I have to thank those businesses along with all of our sponsors, allowing us to bring you this game and allow the folks back at home to be able to watch the game, Tony, free of charge.
Free of charge is correct, and that's the best part about it. And I have a feeling we'll have a lot of fans online as well, so welcome and glad you joined us.
I appreciate you joining us for a Thursday night of high school basketball. And if Geibel wins tonight, we'll at least have audio coverage of their semifinal round game coming up on Monday against either Aquinas Academy or Eden Christian. We hope the Gators can keep this playoff run going here in 2026. Should be a lot of fun tonight. The Geibel Lady Gators taking on the St. Joseph Spartans. We're back at the opening tip-off right after this here on WMBS, the Trib Live High School Sports Network, and YouTube Live.
in the 1A.
Want to make your ride shine like new? Then take it to Jaybird's Detailing in Vanderbilt. Whether it's winter salt or everyday mess, Jaybird's brings your vehicle back to life, inside and out. They offer hand washes, waxes, full interior deep clean, stain removal, and showroom quality finishes. Cars, trucks, SUVs, there's no job too big or too small. Call 724-322-8196 to schedule your appointment today. Jaybird's Detailing in Vanderbilt, because a clean car doesn't just look better, it feels better.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
When you are looking to make some extra cash for your aluminum cans, visit Cherokee Recycling, where aluminum can is king. Cherokee Recycling is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4:30, and Saturdays, 8 to 12 noon, closed Sundays and holidays. Give Marcus or Braggs a call today, 724-439-3228, for Cherokee Recycling, where recycling makes the most sense.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy. Geibel Catholic will be holding its annual auctioning gala on Saturday, April 11th at the Aaron's Building in Connellsville. We are pleased to announce that country rock group Rough Creek returns by popular demand. Please continue to follow the website, www.geibelcatholic.org, and social media for more details.
Injured in an accident and don't know where to turn or what to do? Here at Radcliffe Martin Law, we can help you navigate your issues and resolve your claim. Unlike firms nowadays that advertise aggressively for your case and aren't even located in the state, we're right in your backyard. We have the knowledge to quickly and efficiently handle your claim. Don't waste time on an out-of-state attorney who will dilly-dally and then tell you to get a local attorney. Give us a call right now and see how we can help you. Radcliffe Martin Law, 724-439-3939.
Brian Morozak, Tony Hanula back here at Geibel Catholic High School, just about set to go. The Geibel Lady Gators seeded fourth. The St. Joseph Spartans, the number 5 seed in this girls single A quarterfinal round game. Geibel, the home whites, green numbers and gold trim. Their bench across the court to our right. St. Joseph in the away blues, red numbers, white trim. Their bench across the court to our left. Officials here tonight, Jay Peoples, Margie Byers, and Greg Benton. This one should be a pretty good one tonight, Tony.
Should be a pretty good one, and you definitely have an electric playoff atmosphere. A lot of people, and looking forward to a good game here, Brian.
And you look at some of the freshmen playing tonight, including Alexa Morgan and Emily Horn, really their first taste of playoff action.
Exactly. And, you know, when you look on the other side at the St. Joseph Spartans team, they've only got one senior, and that's Casey Scenic, so they've got a pretty young team and getting a little bit of a playoff action as well.
Again, two sister combinations on the St. Joseph side. Both J.J. Scenic and Casey Scenic will start. They also have the Hornack sisters. Gemma, a sophomore, getting the start. Her younger sister, Peyton, just a freshman. She'll see time off the St. Joseph bench. So just about set to go. Geibel will work right to left as we describe it here in the opening quarter. Casey Scenic to take the opening tip-off for St. Joseph. Of course, Mallory Clemmer to jump for the Geibel Lady Gators. Brian Morozak alongside Tony Hanula, Carl Chowns behind the camera on a YouTube live video feed, and Nick Barczyk making everything happen back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law studios as Margie Byers will step into the center circle. She's redirecting a couple of the players around, making sure all the jerseys are tucked in. And rotating Bartolovic off to her right, and we're set to go. Byers in the center circle, and Clemmer taps it back to Janiah Darnell. We're underway here from the Swamp, Tony.
Well, yeah, you basically had St. Joe setting up on defense, knowing that Mallory was going to win the tip.
Emma Larkin controlling for Geibel up top, flipping it back there to Horn, and now Morgan between the circles. Near wing to Clemmer, bounce pass on the baseline to Darnell. Back to Clemmer, she'll fire the high arcing three. Bit too strong off the back iron, battle for the loose ball rebound. Ripping it away there is Jocelyn Spinelli. for St. Joseph, and they're going to call a jump ball.
Yeah, they're going to call a jump ball. Alexis Morgan actually over there fighting for the ball, loose ball, and tied it up. So possession now goes to St. Joe.
Bella Bartolovic will bring it across. She's St. Joseph's leading scorer, averaging 19 points a game, so certainly have our eye on her throughout the course of the game. J.J. Scenic driving in here, leaning and missing, came up short. Janiah Darnell had the rebound, but lost it out of bounds there for Geibel. So St. Joseph will retain here in the Lady Gators zone.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that Geibel's man-to-man here early on. I thought they might play zone just to try to keep people out of foul trouble and try to make St. Joe's beat it from the outside.
Casey Scenic will turn and shoot out in front. Couldn't get it to go with Clemmer defending. And here's Geibel off the rebound, going the other way with Emma Larkin. Larkin resets here high on the right. Parks out of play here for the Lady Gators, trying to spin off of Gemma Hornack. Sends it on the wing to Morgan. A little miscommunication there. Gators turn it over, out of bounds, and back over to St. Joe's.
Yeah, Morgan thought that Janiah Darnell was going to stand stationary there in the corner, but she cut to the basket. Ball was thrown out of bounds, so a turnover by Geibel.
Bartolovic again out of her own zone on the near wing to Jocelyn Spinelli. Look out for Spinelli from outside the three-point arc, Tony. She's knocked down 45 threes so far this season. Here's Bartolovic trying to spin inside, had it poked away. Battle for the loose ball here in the corner. And they're going to roll out of bounds off of Geibel, and St. Joe's will retain.
Yeah, they're going to say that Emily Horn was out of bounds whenever she went after that loose ball, so stays with St. Joe's.
Spinelli to trigger it back in. Sends it in up top to Gemma Hornack. Hornack now driving, has a seam, takes it, but missed on the shot attempt. And Clemmer the rebound there for Geibel. Off and across to Larkin. Here's Emma Larkin taking between defenders. A lot of contact. And a foul called here on St. Joe's. They're going to get it on Gemma Hornack. That'll be her first, team first.
And again, Larkin just taking the ball strong to the basket. 3 Spartans collided on her there, and she was able to pick up the foul. First team foul.
Non-shooting, so they trigger it into Clemmer. A little turn and shoot out in front. Mallard Clemmer has the opening 2 points of the game here for the Geibel Lady Gators.
Full court pressure being applied by Geibel off the inbounds pass.
Here's Bella Bartolovic on the cross court far side of Spinelli. Spinelli across, left of the lane now to J.J. Scenic, and Scenic draws the foul.
They're going to call that on Alexa Morgan.
Foul on number 22, Emma Larkin.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, on Emma Larkin. Wow.
That's a big foul. Remember, Larkin got in foul trouble the last time we had Geibel here on WMBS 2 weeks ago here at home against Sarah Catholic, a game the Gators lost. There's a travel right off the inbounds pass. Bartolovic for St. Joe's.
Bartolovic didn't do much there, but must have shuffled her feet again on the far side of the court, so we didn't get a good look, but shuffled her feet as she tried to make a move down the lane.
Here's Emma Larkin out of her own zone. Again, Geibel working right to left as we describe it. Near wing to Alexa Morgan. Works off the screen over to Emily Horn. She'll fire the 3 too strong. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Darnell going for the save. Tipped in front of us, but Spinelli there on the St. Joe's side. And a foul call looks like it's going to go on Alexa Morgan there for Geibel, just out of bounds, Tony.
No, they were going to say it's out of bounds. Alexa Morgan knocked it off of Spinelli. I actually thought that happened, but they're going to say that the ball was off Geibel. So Morgan with a near steal, but couldn't keep it in bounds.
Thanks for picking that one up. That was a little screen there off to my left.
Yes, you are.
Spinelli on the near wing now to Bartolovic, coming inside to Casey Scenic. Got rejected there by Mallory Clemmer.
Well, Clemmer was waiting for that. She saw Scenic cutting down the lane and just kind of stayed with her and blocked the shot. Good defense there.
Casey Scenic, St. Joe's tallest player. They have her listed at 5'10". I don't even think she's that tall, Tony, as the ball was kicked there. It'll stay with St. Joe's here in the Geibel zone.
Yeah, I think Darnell might have kicked that one. I'm not sure. I was blocked out by the referee, but Spinelli's going to kick it in now for the Spartans.
Spinelli left to the basket here in the Geibel zone. Again, 2-0. Geibel leads it off a Mallory Clemmer basket. Here's J.J. Scenic, far wing. 3-ball too strong. Larkin the rebound there for Geibel, going the other way. Larkin here on the near wing in the Spartan zone. Goes into the corner to Clemmer. Thought about the 3. Bounces inside to Darnell. Tough shot in traffic. Couldn't get it to go. Clemmer going for the save, but she was the last to touch it going out. It'll be St. Joseph basketball.
Well, I think we're seeing right now a combination of good defense and a little bit of rust. As we said, both teams have not played for 10 days, and we're kind of seeing it right now. Almost 3 minutes in and only 2 points scored.
And early on, it looks like Geibel's certainly going to have a battle here. The St. Joe's team, they've been a little cold from the field, but they've been scrappy early on. Spinelli back to J.J. Scenic, and now pulls it back to her sister Casey, fronted there by Clemmer. Up top again to Spinelli. Spinning off to her left. Over to J.J. Scenic again, looking for operating room. Right side now to Bartolovic, their leading scorer. Pretty move between defenders. Gets the 2 to go. So Bella Bartolovic, just a sophomore, came in averaging 19 points a game. Ties this one up at 2 here at the 4:47 mark of the opening quarter.
Yeah, nice little spin move there to get between 2 Geibel defenders and get that shot to go.
Larkin coming baseline near side, bounces back out. Clemmer floater good. Mallory Clemmer. And Geibel back in the lead at 4-2. Clemmer all 4 of the Lady Gators points.
And again, full court pressure being applied by Geibel. Near steal there.
Saved, though, by Spinelli. Spinelli able to get out of it to Bartolovic. Over on the far wing, line drive 3 at the front of the rim, no good. J.J. Scenic, her sister Casey with the rebound. Resetting here to Gemma Hornak, driving and getting rejected there by Clemmer.
Well, Hornick tried to go in with the bigs right there, and Mallory Clemmer was waiting for her. Picked up her second block of the game. And now it's going to be Spinelli kicking it in.
Over to Casey Scenic, high arcing 3, trying to bank it home too strong, but got it back off the deflection. Reloads again and drains it. And flashes the 3. Casey Scenic gives St. Joe's a 5-4 lead over Geibel. Fortunate bounce there off the initial miss, Tony.
An extremely fortunate bounce and able to knock it down without the bank shot on the second try.
Larkin coming back between defenders. Scoop shot, couldn't get it to go. Casey Scenic the rebound, off and across to Bartolovic. Bartolovic driving, leading, and scoring. Bella Bartolovic now with 4, and St. Joe's a 7-4 lead over Geibel here at the 3:41 mark of the opening quarter.
And Bartolovic, an impressive sophomore. She averaged 12 points a game last year, bumped that up to 19 this year.
Larkin trying to come back between defenders, lost it out of bounds. St. Joe's get the basketball back.
Yeah, I think right now Larkin needs to calm down a little bit. I think she's trying to do a little too much. Just kind of take it easy, set your offense up and see what you can do. You got a big lady underneath and Clemmer, and I think you need to get the ball down there to her.
Spinelli between the circles. Picked up there by Alexa Morgan. Bounces it off to Casey Scenic. A little jumper from 6, no good. And Larkin, the rebound there for Geibel. Emma back across, sends it down to Clemmer. Double team on her, tries to fight it off. First shot attempt, no good. Gets it back, puts it up, another miss. Darnell comes crashing in, looking for the loose ball. They call it jump ball. Geibel would get it, though, this time off the possession arrow.
Yeah, possession arrow stays with Geibel. Good job by Janiyah Darnell. As we said, she does a lot of dirty work for Geibel. She was in there to fight for that offensive rebound and tie it up.
Darnell to trigger it in right of the basket in the St. Joe's zone. In a physical game early on, lobs it into Clemmer, try to reposition, got fouled from behind. See if they get Bartolovic here.
No, I think they're going to get Casey Scenic.
St. Joseph 25.
You're right on that.
Yep. Came across Mallory Clemmer. She tried to make a move. And you can see what's happening. Once Geibel gets the ball down low to Clemmer, they're going to triple team her. They're slumping back in on defense, making it extremely hard for her to get an easy shot.
Mallory, first of 2 free throws, no good. Free throw shooting will be also big tonight. What's anticipated to be a close game. Mallory coming in just 64% for the season from the free throw line. Geibel as a team shooting 63%.
Geibel is a team 63, and on the other side, you've got St. Joe shooting almost 66% from the line.
Clemmer, second of 2 free throws here for Geibel, good. So Mallory Clemmer, all 5 of the points for the Lady Gators. St. Joe's a 7-5 lead. Geibel presses Clemmer the steal and the quick make. So Mallory Clemmer, all 7 points for Geibel. St. Joe's wants a timeout to take it as well. 2:58 left here in the first. Tied at 7, back at 60 on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
30-second time. Slow down and savor something special at Old World Coffee and Gelato. From rich, handcrafted espresso and perfectly brewed coffee to smooth, authentic gelato made the Old World way. It's the taste of Europe, right here in your neighborhood. Whether you are starting your morning or treating yourself after dinner, Old World Coffee and Gelato, 314 West Crawford Avenue in Connellsville. It's simply delicious.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us...
St. Joe's, the turnovers. We come back. Larkin finds the loose ball and lays it up and in. Emma Larkin, her first 2 points of the game, giving Geibel now a 9-7 lead here over St. Joe's. They're back in their full court press. And here's Spinelli working out of her own zone for St. Joe's. Off and across to Gemma Hornak. Works to her right. Resets on the wing there to Bartolovic. Now they go around the horn. J.J. Scenic out to Spinelli looking for the three. It's an air ball. Goes right to Clemmer. Off and across to Larkin. Geibel trying to pick up the pace of this game. Larkin driving between defenders. Couldn't finish. J.J. Scenic the rebound there for St. Joe's.
Yeah, Geibel right now. Larkin having a tough time. Nice defensive play there by Larkin.
Yeah, sent it right off of J.J. Scenic's leg and out of play. So Geibel get the basketball back, leading 9-7 here at the 2:03 mark of the opening quarter. Nice little mini run here for the Lady Gators.
Every bit of, and I was just going to say, Larkin's got some good looks. She's been able to drive to the basket, but just can't get that layup to go.
Emma back across, working right of the lane, takes it inside and got fouled from behind there by Casey Scenic.
That's going to be Casey's second. That's a big foul there. As we said, the senior came in averaging close to 12 points a game, and she's going to pick up her second foul with 1:51 to go. First quarter, that's big.
Haven't seen either team go to the bench yet. St. Joe's has used a 7-player rotation throughout the course of the season. Geibel likes to stick with a 5 there on the floor right now as Larkin drains the first of 2 free throws. Emma came in 67% from the foul line, 94 of 140. Geibel now up 10-7, second of 2 free throws. Good again for Emma Larkin. And a lead at 4 at 11-7 back into that press, which has given St. Joe's some problems. And Spinelli has it intercepted there by Emma Larkin. They're going to call Emma for a double dribble. That'll give St. Joseph the basketball back.
Yeah, and right now this full court pressure is really giving St. Joe's some problems. And that was a good timeout by Coach Larkin there as they were trailing. Kind of gave them a little bit of a peck top and got them back into the game.
Bella Bartolovic bringing it back across. Scenic set the screen and Bartolovic drains the 3. So Bella Bartolovic, 7 here already in St. Joe's. Back to within 1 of Geibel at 11-10 here at the 1:27 mark of the opening quarter.
She's a nice-looking sophomore player, I can tell you that.
Now, Geibel trying to answer back with Alexa Morgan. Missed there on a 3. Offensive rebound, though. Emily Horn in traffic. Trying to go back up strong. Was blocked from behind there by Bartolovic. But the basketball will stay with Geibel here in the St. Joe zone. And really credit Emily Horn there. Tony with a lot of hustle to get that loose ball rebound.
Give her a lot of credit. And the thing of it was, she was trying to kick it back out. It's like, take it strong. And she did, almost drew the foul.
And Geibel off the inbounds pass there. Darnell, a nice save over to Larkin. We'll get the basket to go in 1. Emma Larkin. 6 now here in the opening quarter for Larkin. Can tack on another one here at the free throw line, and that'll be the first foul on J.J. Scenic.
So now all of a sudden, you got 14 fouls against St. Joe's here in this first quarter, none against Geibel.
And the Scenic sisters have 3 of the 4, 1 for J.J., 2 for Casey. And Larkin trying to cap off the three-point play here with a made free throw. It's up on the way and good. So Emma Larkin 3 for 3 at the foul line. Geibel leads at 14-10 here at the 1:10 mark of the opening quarter. St. Joe's trying to break the press. Hornak close to a travel not called between the circles again to Jocelyn Spinelli. On the near wing now to Bartolovic. Up top to J.J. Scenic. Swung to Spinelli. That's her spot for 3, but too strong. Off the deflection. St. Joe's with the rebound underneath, and Clemmer will likely pick up the foul as Bartolovic had that rebound.
And you're right, and I got to make a correction. That's the second team foul. Clemmer's first, and Larkin had picked one up earlier, so 2 fouls against Geibel here in this first quarter. Bartolovic going to the line, an 83% free throw shooter.
Makes the first of 2. Bartolovic off to a nice start, has 8 of the 11 so far for the Spartans. The other 3 on that made 3 from Casey Scenic.
I'll tell you what, though, it's an impressive number, 83.6% from the line.
But she missed the second of 2.
Well,
Geibel with the rebound.
They can blame me for that one, I guess.
And Emma now out of her own zone. Emma driving, has the seam, pulls off to Clemmer. Emma went down, Clemmer's shot, no good off the front of the rim, and skying for the rebound there. Bartolovic again for St. Joe's. Bartolovic quickly back across to Spinelli. Between the circles there to J.J. Scenic, pulling it off to Gemma Hornak, switching back to Spinelli. 28 seconds left in the quarter. St. Joe's the basketball down 3 at 14-11. Spinelli almost lost off of her leg. Good defense there by Alexa Morgan. Between the circles again to J.J. Scenic with 17 seconds left here in the quarter. J.J. repositions off to Bartolovic in the corner there to Hornak. Hornak to her right, back to Spinelli, down to 10 seconds left in the quarter. Hornak to J.J. Scenic again. Her sister Casey sets the screen, pulls it out to Spinelli, long too far wing, good, as Spinelli rattles that one home to end the quarter. So Jocelyn Spinelli's make pulls St. Joe's back to within 1 of Geibel at 14-13 after 1. We're back with the second quarter and 60 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
When you need notary services, trust the best. Sandy Howell Notary Services, back-to-back gold medal winner for Best Notary in Fayette County. They're here for you with extended hours to fit your schedule. Sandy Howell's also the 2025 gold medal winner for Best Title Company. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 8:30, and Saturdays, 9 to 5. Call 724-564-8955 today for Sandy Howell Notary Services, where excellence is signed and sealed.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are proud residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and more. Experienced therapists providing quality rehabilitation close to home. Convenient hours, accessible location, all major insurances accepted. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access. 724-437-7500.
Brian Morozak, Tony Anula back here at Geibel Catholic High School. Start of the second quarter. Geibel 14-13 lead over the St. Joseph Spartans as Bella Bartolovic will send it in here for St. Joe's. This has been one of the loudest environments I think we've been in all season long. It's been hard to hear even the out cues coming out of commercial breaks here tonight.
Well, they got the speaker right behind us.
Yes, not going to help the cause. And there's Bartolovic for three. Out the back iron, no good there for St. Joe's. And another offensive rebound off the deflection. Spinelli keeping it alive on the far side.
And that's what we said. A really good offensive rebounding team is St. Joe's. Geibel's going to have to pay attention, box out a little bit more.
Here's Spinelli again on the near wing, bouncing it in there to Hornak. Tough matchup there with Clemmer defending. She'll pull it back out.
Yeah, pretty smart move there by Hornak. She realized who was guarding her.
Off a little deflection, Hornak keeps it alive. Back to Spinelli, and St. Joe's just feeling out Geibel here, down a point opening minute of the second quarter. Spinelli working off to her right, guarded there by Morgan. Into Bartolovic, nothing there, back out to Hornak, who missed there on the three. Ball went over the glass, hit the support and out of place. It'll be Geibel basketball.
Yeah, Hornak, 6 made threes on the year. Couldn't get that one to go. Now you're going to see a little 1-2-2. I'm sorry. It's a 1-3-1 defense right now by St. Joe's.
Clemmer off the cut, driving there. Horn couldn't finish. St. Joe's going the other way with Bartolovic. Bartolovic taking it in there on Morgan. A little turn and shoot. Shot attempt no good, and they'll get Alexa Morgan for the foul.
Yeah, I thought Morgan might have got called for the block before she tried to block the shot. As Bartolovic actually took it strong to the basket, but Morgan's going to pick up her first foul and send Bartolovic to the line.
Well, Bartolovic drains the first of two.
Yeah, I know. Kind of lost my rhythm on the name there.
Oh, that's all right. You heard Coach Jeff Dutel tell us during the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show that haven't been many people getting it right all year, but Bella Bartolovic draining both free throws there for St. Joe's, and St. Joe's now leading Geibel at 15-14, 6:48 left before halftime. Morgan off to Larkin. Bounce pass intended for Horn. They weren't on the same page. Maybe some of that rust starting to show, Tony, after that 10-day layoff.
I do think it is. I think, whenever you're practicing, it's one thing. Game time, it's a little bit different.
Here's Spinelli out of her own zone over to Casey Scenic. Sister JJ a touch between the circles. Spinelli bouncing it near block back to Casey. Kick in the corner there to Hornak on the far elbow to Bartolovic, out to Spinelli, who drains the three. Spinelli, she's tough, Tony. That's her 46th made three of the season, and St. Joe's increases their lead now to 4 over Geibel at 18-14. 6:14 left here in the second quarter. Alexa Morgan trying to answer back. Short on that three. Spinelli pulled down the rebound. Morgan, good hustle there to force the jump ball. And it will be Geibel basketball here off the arrow.
That was a really smart play by Alexa Morgan. She knew the shot was going to be short, went in after her own rebound and tied it up without committing a foul. So great job by Alexa.
Larkin into Morgan, back to Larkin out of the corner. Guarded there by Hornak. Comes near baseline, scoops it up and in. Emma Larkin, boy, Geibel needed that, Tony. After being down by 4, they've cut the deficit to 2 and are able to get back in their full court press.
Yeah, and I think what they need to do is just kind of take it at Casey Scenic and try to pick up the third foul.
Spinelli looking for another 3-line drive on the way, short out the front of the rim. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Casey Scenic has it, but she was out of bounds, and it'll be Geibel basketball.
Yeah, she didn't think she stepped out, but referee's right there on the spot. Saw her step on the end line.
It might even be harder for Casey at this point of the game with 2 personal fouls to maybe play as aggressively as she might have going into the game, just knowing the position that St. Joe's is in at this juncture of the game as Larkin drives and ties this game up at 18. That's 11 of the 18 now for Geibel, scored by Emma Larkin. And we're knotted up here with 5:24 left before halftime. And Janiyah Darnella steal. Forward to Clemmer, scoops it up and in. So 9 for Mallory Clemmer, and Geibel back in the lead at 20-18. 6-0 mini run, high pass, brought down by J.J. Sienick, and she turns it over, looking for Bartolovic, intercepted by Emily Horn.
Well, right now, Geibel's just turning up the defensive pressure and creating some turnovers that lead a couple points for Geibel.
Larkin far side, driving and scoring again. Fayette County's all-time leading scorer now with 13 here tonight. And Geibel on an 8-0 run now leads by 4, 22-18.
Another near steal there.
J.J. Sienick trying to settle things back down. Over to Spinelli. Far side touch. Hornak, and a timeout taken by Jeff Dutel. Will take it as well. 4:41 left before halftime. Full timeout, Geibel 22, and St. Joseph 18. We're back at 60 on the C.R. Brown Group High School Sports Night.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Sova & Son Body and Fender Repair. Family owned and operated for 63 years and providing quality, reliable service. Ted Sova & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They'll blueprint your vehicle for repair and work with your insurance company. With their environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Sova & Son not only cares for our community and children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it's their goal to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way. So bring your vehicle over to Sova. Call 724-437-2351. Now Ted Sova proudly introduces his new company, Target Safety Solutions, Atlas Road in Hopwood, providing vehicle alignments, calibrations, minor mechanical repairs, state inspections, including trailers up to 10,000 pounds. Safety, our target, your solution. Check their website at targetSafetySolutionsLLC.com. Ted Sova is proud to support local high school sports.
Brian Morozak, Tony Noah back here at Geibel Catholic High School. 4:41 left before halftime. St. Joseph the basketball. They trail Geibel by 4, 22-18. Up top, off the deflection. Hornak has it, floats it up. Shot no good, missed wide left, and Geibel with the rebound. Larkin sending it down to a wide open Alexa Morgan on the near block. Gets her first 2 points of the game. The Geibel freshman makes it a 10-0 Gators run, and Geibel leads by 6. 3 on the way. Too strong there from Casey Sienick, and Geibel another rebound.
Yeah, pretty look on the other side whenever Larkin hit Alexa Morgan wide open underneath. The defense had collapsed on Mallory Clemmer, and she found Morgan wide open for the easy shot.
Darnell into the corner to Clemmer. Working there on Casey Sienick. Up top again to Darnell. Back to Clemmer, and Clemmer leaning, missing, getting it back, and putting it up and in. Mallory Clemmer, 4 here in the second, 11 for the game. It's a 12-0 Gators run. They lead by 8 at 26-18.
And a smart move there. Clemmer knew that she had Sienick on her, who has 2 fouls, and took it strong to the basket.
Spinelli pulling it over to Bartolovic. They'll send it around the horn. Off to Hornak on the far side. Spins it back into the corner. Bartolovic for 3, drains it. Boy, St. Joe's needed that, Tony. Bella Bartolovic now with 5 here in the second. 13 for the game. She's 13 of St. Joe's 21. Spartans trying to hang around. They're down 5.
Yeah, just stop that little run by Geibel, but don't put it past them here. They're ready to go.
Horn back into the corner there to Larkin, coming baseline near side, scoops it up, shot attempt no good. Casey Sienick the rebound there in traffic. Forward and across to Bartolovic. Watch there by Larkin. Bartolovic coming near baseline. And a charge call there on Bartolovic.
Ooh.
Bang, bang play went in Geibel's direction.
That was an interesting call there. I didn't think Larkin had established position, but she was able to pick up the charge. Now Hornak's going to check out, and checking in is going to be Peyton Hornak, so sister for sister.
Peyton just a freshman at 5'2". And you're right, Tony. Geibel pretty fortunate on that last sequence as Emma will bring it back across, fronted there by Bartolovic. Geibel the basketball, a 5-point lead. Larkin high pass. A little bit out of the range there of Mallory Clemmer. Out of bounds and back over to St. Joe's.
Yeah, maybe force that one a little bit. Just take your time. You've got a 5-point lead. Under 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Take your time and get a good shot.
Bartolovic out of her own zone over to Spinelli here on the near wing, fronted by Morgan. Backs off here high on the right between the circles to Peyton Hornak, who Tony mentioned earlier just checked into the game. Back to Spinelli again on the near wing. Watch there by Morgan. Up top to Casey Scenic. Swung far side to Peyton Hornak. Drives and scores. So the freshman comes in. Instant impact there, Tony. Has St. Joe's back to within 3, 1 possession game at 26-23 with 2:15 left before halftime.
Did a really nice job sidestepping her defender there, and they got the easy basket right off the bench.
Emma Larkin fronted there by Bartolovic. Emma here high on the left. Dancing around here for the Lady Gators. Floats it back to Emily Horn. Up top to Alexa Morgan, the two Geibel freshmen. Also on the floor, being productive here early on a switch back to Larkin. Jumper far elbow off the mark there from Emma and off the deflection. Peyton Hornak, the rebound there for St. Joe's.
Yeah, that shot right there, really Larkin. Kind of surprised she didn't even draw a rim on that shot. It was only a shot from the foul line.
Spinelli back to Peyton Hornak, who has the hot hand right now for St. Joe's. St. Joe's the basketball down 3. J.J. Scenic to a wide open Peyton Hornak, who came up short on the 3 on the near wing, and Geibel with the rebound off the deflection. Emma Larkin back across, drives, scoops it up, shot attempt no good. Spinelli another rebound for St. Joe's as Casey Scenic ahead of the play. Sends it her direction, and Casey with the finish. That was a tough shot, Tony, in traffic, and St. Joe's right back in this game down 1 at 26-25.
That was a tough shot, but it was a better catch. That ball was way out in front of her. She was able to grab it and make the shot.
Emma double teamed and turned it over. Spinelli forward to Bartolovic. Emma gets back into the play and knocks it free and is back on the basketball here for Geibel. Emma Larkin leaning back in there on J.J. Scenic and gets the 2 to go. Nice little sequence there for Geibel. Emma now with 15. Geibel back on top by 3 at 28-25. He lost the folks here on the radio side. We'll get him back in just a moment as Casey Scenic gets that 2 to go there for St. Joe's. Casey Scenic with 7. We're down to 32 seconds left before halftime, 28-27. Geibel the basketball in a 1-point lead, and Spinelli forces the turnover. Spinelli coming back, and she'll give St. Joe's the lead at 29-28.
Yeah, Larkin was just a little out of control on the backside. I think she's tired, but she's going to go in at halftime here. We're under 10 seconds to go.
And St. Joe's will take a timeout here with 12 seconds. Go check that Geibel taking the timeout. 30-second timeout, 12 seconds left before halftime. St. Joseph up 1. We'll reconnect with our radio audience now here on WMBS.
Snacks and cold drinks. For the next 12 seconds of game time, you can buy any remaining Chuckagators and also take a chance on our 50-50. Both of which will be played at halftime.
Located at 136 North Gallatin Avenue in a beautifully restored historic home. Family-owned and operated, the Gates Funeral Home and Crematory offers a variety of affordable services. Traditional, cremation with...
Brian Morozak, Tony Anola back here at Geibel Catholic High School. A nice little surge, Tony, from St. Joe's to end that tail end of the second quarter. Second quarter, of course, not done yet. 12.7 left here in the quarter. Geibel will have the basketball, but Geibel now down 1 at 29-28.
Well, I think Coach Larkin wants to try to get a basket, build some momentum going into halftime here for Geibel.
Here's Emma Larkin out of her own zone, fronted there by Bartolovic. Emma driving, putting it off the glass, couldn't finish. Clemmer, the putback attempt, no good. Emma threw that one back up and over the shoulder. It was no good, and we'll go to halftime, Tony. Surprise, surprise with St. Joe's, leading Geibel by 1 at 29-28.
Great first half of basketball and everything that we expected, Brian. We talked about it, and we figured St. Joe's was going to give Geibel a tough time here tonight.
Stay tuned for our halftime show being brought to you by the Radcliffe Martin Law Firm. It comes your way next year on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and YouTube Live.
You're the first one on the job site and the last one to leave. Your business doesn't stop, and your truck shouldn't either. At Megan Ford's Commercial Vehicle Center, we're more than a dealership. We're your partner in productivity. We know that every minute your truck is off the road is a minute you aren't earning. Because of our massive commercial inventory, we maintain strong relationships with all major upfitting manufacturers, ensuring you get the lowest possible pricing. Choose from over 20 upfitted vehicles currently in stock, or work with one of our commercial specialists to design the one that you want for your exact requirements. But we know you work hard, so you can play hard too. That's why Megan Ford also carries a massive selection of Ford's most iconic rides, from the legendary capability of the Ford F-150, America's favorite truck, to the off-road adventure waiting for you in a new Ford Bronco. Experience the Megan Ford difference today. You can find us just off of Route 119 in Connellsville or connect with us anytime at meganford.com.
That sneeze was in a different zip code, and I still felt the germs.
Relax, Randy. I went to Montgomery Medical. I'm fully shielded.
Like a flu shot?
Flu, COVID, the works. If you haven't caught up on your shots yet, they'll get you sorted in minutes. It's basically a suit of armor, but with less clanking. Then do the double shot. After Montgomery Medical, head over to Renew You MediSpa. I got their immunity IV drip.
A MediSpa?
You relax, you hydrate, and you give your immune system a VIP upgrade.
Montgomery Medical, a family tradition of family medicine.
The T-Berry Law Office and attorney Vincent M. T-Berry specialize in criminal defense, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. The T-Berry Law Office is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. When you need to consult an attorney, make your first call to attorney Vincent M. T-Berry and the T-Berry Law Office. It'll be the only call you need to make. Phone 724-430-0300 or visit their website at tberrylawoffice.com. The T-Berry Law Office. Small town, big results.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes of U.S. Digestive Health in Uniontown. Doctors Calabrese, Hoppy, Lorenz, and I want to wish the very best to all our local hoops teams this season and remind everyone that our team of board-certified specialists are highly committed to provide the highest quality of care for any and all gastrointestinal.
Located at 243 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown and owned by the Vernon family, wants you to know they have new hours. Monday and Friday from 7 to 3, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 7 to 7, and Saturday and Sunday, 7 to 2. Come on into Casey's and check out their new menu ideas and entrees. They can also cater your next event. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Casey's is the place to eat. Call 724-550-4126. Casey's, the best in Fayette County. You want to make your ride shine like new? Then take it to Jaybird's Detailing in Vanderbilt. Whether it's winter salt or everyday mess, Jaybird's brings your vehicle back to life, inside and out. They offer hand washes, waxes, full interior deep clean, stain removal, and showroom quality finishes. Cars, trucks, SUVs, there's no job too big or too small. Call 724-322-8196 to schedule your appointment today. Jaybird's Detailing in Vanderbilt, because a clean car doesn't just look better, it feels better.
Halftime here at Geibel Catholic High School. Good first half. The St. Joseph Spartans leading the Geibel Gators 29-28. Our halftime show being brought to you by the Radcliffe Martin Law Firm. Tony is your halftime stats. They're brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County.
Awesome. All right, in that first half, Brian, for the Geibel Gators, only 3 players in the scoring column. They were led by Emma Larkin, who had 15 points. She was followed by Mallory Clemmer, who had 11, and Alexa Morgan had a made basket in that second quarter. 14 points in both quarters for the Geibel Gators for their total of 28, and they were 4 for 5 from the foul line and did not make a three-pointer in that first half. On the other side for the St. Joe Spartans, they had 4 players in the scoring column. Okay. They were led by Bella Bartolovic, who had 13. You had Casey Cizik, Casey Scenic, who had 7, as well as Jocelyn Spinelli, who had 7, and a made basket by Peyton Hornack. They scored 13 in the first, 16 in the second for their total of 29. They were 3 for 4 from the line, and they had 4 made threes. 2 by Bartolovic.
Bartolovic.
I can't get the handle here today. Spinelli had 1, and Casey Cenac had the other.
29-28, St. Joe's over Geibel. Again, the winner of this game will take on either Aquinas Academy or Eden Christian coming up on Monday in the Single A semifinals. I have to thank our video stream sponsors here tonight, including Dr. Mallard and Donna George, Lady Gator fans, Jaybird's Detailing, Mike Kelly, Toto of Uniontown, Old World Coffee and Gelato, Sandy Howe Notary Services, Geibel Catholic Junior Senior High School, Goodwin Como PC, Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshak, and Megan Ford. And what adjustments you think we'll see here, Tony, going into the second half?
I think you're going to see Geibel go to a zone defense instead of a man-to-man. I think they're going to try to stay out of foul trouble, and I think they're also going to try to make St. Joe's beat them from the outside. On the other side for St. Joe's, I mean, they've played great defense so far, done a really good job. They've actually, grant you, Larkin has 15 points right now, but she could easily have 25. She missed a lot of layups in that first half. So I got a feeling that she's going to kind of come alive in the second half, and I think Geibel's defense is going to pick it up.
St. Joe's 29, Geibel 28. Second half comes your way next in 4 minutes here on WMBS, the Triple I High School Sports Network, and YouTube Live.
All right, close your eyes, pick one, dig in deep, shake them around. It's a red ticket, folks. All right, $229. If you have this winning number.
Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pick up and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service.
Sarah's going to read the number.
Call us today at
482-6664.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Do you need a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services is here for you, offering new PA and West Virginia plates and ready to assist with your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, and ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. Serving Fayette County and all surrounding areas, open weekdays from 10 to 8:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield. Call 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP wish all of our local teams the best of luck this year. Watson Mundorf is a premier regional law firm whose experience and expertise empower it to not only be an advocate for its clients, but also provide them with exceptional service to exceed expectations. With offices in Uniontown and Connellsville, they are local and here to serve you. Call 724-626-8882 for attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill and Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry.
The best pizza in town is at Little E's El Ultra, Uniontown's newest restaurant with all the organic crust, classic or gluten-free, all organic sauces, all natural meats and toppings, and a variety of specialty pizzas, including vegan options. More than pizza, Little E's has hearty homemade soups, appetizers, calzones, and stromboli salads with vegan and gluten-free options. Open 24880-60.
Brian Morozak, Tony Noah back here at Geibel Catholic High School. Start of the third quarter will be St. Joseph with a basketball leading Geibel by 1. Spartans working right to left as we describe it. They send it into Bartolovic in the backcourt. Off to Spinelli here on the near wing, fronted there by Morgan. Between the circles to Casey Scenic. Far side there to Hornak, and now Bartolovic again. Backing off here for St. Joe's. St. Joe's really played a fantastic final minute of that second quarter, Tony.
Well, they sure did, and that was the thing. Geibel went on that 10-0 run, and then next thing you know, St. Joe's goes on a run as well to end the quarter.
Spinelli off to her left there to J.J. Scenic. Out to Hornak again, fronted there by Horn. Off far side, Spinelli. Deliberate opening possession of this third quarter here for St. Joe's. Bartolovic backing in, pulling it back to Hornak, and now Spinelli again between the circles. St. Joe's in no hurry right now, Tony.
In no hurry, and just looking for a good shot.
We're taking 50 seconds off the clock already. Now a little mini weave up top. Hornak turned it over. Emma Larkin going the other way, leaning back on the inside. Missed on the shot attempt. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Darnell found it, sent it off to Morgan, a miss. In traffic, Casey Scenic the rebound there for St. Joe's. And now St. Joe's turns it over, trying to get a little too quickly. They swung it off on the far side. Not sure if it was intended for J.J. Scenic or Spinelli over there. Nonetheless, actually hit the scores table, knocked off the possession arrow.
Yeah, it was actually over there for Spinelli, and she just kind of kept running, but the ball was thrown behind her, went out of bounds.
And now Geibel setting it back up, still down a point at 29-28. Emma Larkin between defenders, floats it up, shot won't drop. Rebound tipped around and ruled off a Geibel going out. It'll be St. Joe's basketball.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Larkin's having a tough night. She's got a lot of good shots, but just can't seem to get that layup to go. 15 in the first half, as we mentioned. She probably could have had 25.
And the one thing I noticed about St. Joe's, even go back to the warm-up, is how fundamentally sound they are. There's a whistle, and they're going to rule
a
travel there on Casey Scenic. So Geibel got the basketball back, still trailing by a point. Haven't had a basket scored on either side here in the third quarter.
Yeah, we were kind of slow in that first quarter, too. What was it? 2-0 with 5:30 to go in that first quarter.
Emily Horn holding here on the near wing for Geibel. In the corner there at Alexa Morgan, back to Horn. Horn, a little ball fake, set it off, and Larkin had a retreat there high on the left to keep it alive for the Lady Gators. Emma Larkin, off-balance shot goes down for Emma Larkin. 17 for Larkin. Geibel back in the lead at 30-29 as we go under 6 minutes left here in the third quarter.
And that was a nice shot on that runner. Actually a little further away than the last couple shots she took, but able to get that one to go off the board.
Gemma Hornak over the far side of Bartolovic. A little spin on the inside, lost the handle, regains, tries to reposition, has 3 Gators around her, then got stripped. Larkin going the other way. Emma Larkin leading in, trying to scoop it up. Foul called there on St. Joe's. It'll go on the younger Scenic, JJ.
That was going to be on JJ is right. And I think St. Joe's wanted a foul over here, but looked like 2 clean plays to where Bartolovic was stripped. I thought she actually got stripped twice over there, and they didn't call a foul. So fortunately for Geibel, nobody picks up any fouls, and Larkin goes to the line.
First of 2 free throws for Emma on the way and good. 18 points tonight for Emma Larkin, Fayette County's all-time leading scorer. The Geibel lead at 2 at 31-29. Emma, second of 2 free throws, good again. So 19 for Emma Larkin, lead up to 3. 4-0 mini run to start the third quarter for the Lady Gators.
Bartolovic's going to bring it across the line, get picked up there by Larkin.
Back to Spinelli. Head to the zone.
Yeah, Geibel now it looks like they're in a 1-2-2 zone.
Gemma Hornak pressured there by Larkin, and Emma Larkin another steal. Emma leaning in. She'll get the basket to go in one. Emma Larkin, and those are the kind of turnovers you don't want to give up there if you're St. Joe's.
No, and a beautiful steal there by Larkin. Just kind of stepped right in the lane there and stole the ball. Now going for the three-point play. And as we mentioned, Geibel in a 1-2-2 zone defense there in this second half so far.
Geibel had a 12-0 run in the first quarter, in the first half, excuse me. And a make there from Larkin gives them a 7-0 run here to start the third quarter. Spinelli in the corner over to Casey Scenic. Back to her sister JJ on the elbow. Out to Spinelli for 3. At the front of the rim, no good. Gemma Hornak, nice rebound there to keep it alive for St. Joe's.
Yeah, really nice job on the offensive board there by Hornak to get that offensive rebound amongst 2 Gator defenders.
Spinelli again up top. Works off to her right. St. Joe's the basketball now down 6. Spartans have yet to score here in the third quarter. Now they'll get Darnell for a foul from behind there on Casey Scenic. Will be on the floor.
Yeah, first foul on Darnell.
Foul is on number 0.
Nobody on the Geibel side with any foul trouble. On the other side, you got both Scenic sisters with 2 fouls each.
Gemma Hornak to trigger it in the corner to Bartolovic. Bartolovic trying to spin there on Larkin. Shot with the left hand, no good. Got her own rebound to put it back up and in. St. Joe's needed that. Bartolovic with 15. St. Joe's will take a timeout. It'll be a full timeout. 4:40 left here in the third. Geibel 35. St. Joe's 31. We're back in 60 on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night.
The C. Harper Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive C. Harper Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
You want to make your ride shine like new? Then take it to Jaybird's Detailing in Vanderbilt. Whether it's winter salt or everyday mess, Jaybird's brings your vehicle back to life, inside and out. They offer hand washes, waxes, full interior deep clean, stain removal, and showroom quality finishes. Cars, trucks, SUVs, there's no job too big or too small. Call 724-322-8196 to schedule your appointment today. Jaybird's Detailing in Vanderbilt, because a clean car doesn't just look better, it feels better.
Brian Mrozek, Tony Anoa back after the St. Joe's timeout. Geibel with the basketball up 4, 35-31. 4:36 left here in the third quarter.
And St. Joe's going to pick up at half court as Larkin crosses the timeline.
Over to Emily Horn between the circles. Back to Larkin again, trying to spin off of Gemma Hornak. Over to Klemmer at the foul line. Klemmer between defenders. Tough shot, but couldn't get it to drop. And the ball's going to be poked out of bounds off of Klemmer going out. It'll be St. Joe's basketball. Mallory Klemmer, 11 in the first half, yet to score here in the third quarter.
Yeah, beautiful move on the drop step there to go to her right. Got the shot up, but just couldn't get it to go. Just rolled off the rim.
Bartolovic up top will get her for a travel.
Going to get her for travel because of Alexa Morgan stepping in the passing lane. Good job defensively there by Morgan to force that turnover.
Janiyah Darnell to work it in here for Geibel. Geibel the basketball in a 4-point lead. 4:09 left here in the third quarter. Brian Mrozek with Tony Anoa. Nice to have you alongside with us for high school basketball playoff action on a Thursday night. 3-ball too strong there. Emily Horn. Look out here. Bartolovic going the other way with numbers leaning. And a blocking foul called there on Geibel.
Yeah, both referees looked at each other. They weren't sure if they were going to call offense or call Larkin for the block. And that's going to be Larkin's second foul. It's going to send Bartolovic to the line. She's 3 for 4 tonight.
Has 15 points. St. Joe's down 4. First of 2 free throws for Bartolovic. On the way in good. 16 now for Bella. St. Joe's made this a one-possession game again. They're down 35-32. 3:55 left here in the third.
She's an 83% free throw shooter. I'm still impressed with that.
Bartolovic, second of 2, good again. 17 for Bella. And St. Joe's, Tony, they won't go away. They're back to within 2 again at 35-33. 3:50 left here in the third. Yeah. Emma back across. Emma between defenders. A little grab here on the floor on St. Joe's. It'll go on Hornak. It'll be her third.
It's going to be Hornak's fouls, right? It's kind of an interesting game. Both teams going on many runs. You had Geibel go on a 7-0 run, and then all of a sudden, got St. Joe's coming back with a 4-0 run of their own.
Emma up top. Fronted there by Gemma Hornak. Works off to her right. Leads and scores. Emma Larkin. Emma, 9 here in the third. 24 for the game. Geibel back up 4 at 37-33. 3:25 left here in the third.
Well, she's kind of found a spot there on that right side. Not necessarily a layup, but just a nice little shot there off the glass.
Errant pass saved by Bartolovic here on the near side. Back to Spinelli. Now in the corner. Hornak thought about the 3. Passes on it. Spinelli a touch. Bartolovic and now Casey Scenic. Missed wide right on the 3. Her sister JJ got the rebound but missed on the putback. Here's Geibel going the other way. The basketball in a 4-point lead. Larkin again driving, missing, deflected out of play. It'll be Geibel basketball here in the St. Joe zone.
Entering the game for the Spartans,
again,
number 3.
Larkin strong to the basket. Maybe got a little too close there. Wasn't on the wing of the lane. And couldn't get that one to go, but Geibel retains possession.
Larkin left to the basket here in the St. Joe zone. Trying to get it into Darnell and stolen by Peyton Hornak. Get an instant impact for the freshman. Comes back, missed on the drive. Casey Scenic offensive rebound, pulls it off to Spinelli, who gets it to go left of the lane. 9 for Jocelyn Spinelli. I think they need to give Peyton Hornak more playing time, Tony. She is doing a fantastic job there for St. Joe's. Missed from Larkin, but cleaned up by Mallory Klemmer. First 2 for Klemmer here in the second half. She is 13 for the game. Geibel back up 4, 39-35, with 2:31 left here in the third quarter.
Yeah, Larkin tried to go with the left hand on that shot. Klemmer able to clean it up and get the rebound to go.
Spinelli to Casey Scenic out of the corner, directs traffic, goes inside to sister JJ, hands off there to the freshman Hornak again, pulls off to Casey Scenic, off balance 3, no good. JJ battling Darnell for the rebound. They'll call a jump ball. This possession arrow will favor Geibel.
Yeah, and tell you what, St. Joe's getting some good looks.
Yes.
Just can't get the shots to go, and I think we're going to have a timeout.
Officials talking to Sarah Larkin over there.
I think they're going to see she might have a little blood.
Emma had her leg taped up earlier.
I noticed that as well.
So an injury timeout. We'll step aside for a quick 30, 39-35. Geibel back at 30 here on the CR Prada Group High School Sports Night.
NovaCare Rehabilitation in Uniontown is accessible for all of your recovery needs. New at NovaCare is pelvic floor physical therapy, a specialized program to treat patients with pelvic floor dysfunction related to bladder, bowel, sexual function, and pregnancy postpartum. These issues can affect both women and men and include urinary frequency, urgency and incontinence, pelvic pain, constipation, IBS, menopause, painful periods, and more. Call 724-437-0556 for an appointment in Uniontown. Personalize your care with NovaCare.
Geibel basketball as we come out of the timeout. Emma Larkin with it there for the Lady Gators. Geibel the basketball in a 4-point lead as we approach the 2-minute mark of the third quarter. Janiyah Darnell on the far wing up top to Klemmer. Thought about the three, passes off to Larkin, and she'll fire from the outside. Too strong on that three ball. Spinelli had the rebound, had deflected away. Klemmer finds it, floats it up, shot attempt no good. Darnell on the follow, gets it to go. First two of the game for Janiyah Darnell, increases the Geibel lead to 6 at 41-35.
Yeah, beautiful work underneath there by Darnell. She was fighting two players to get that offensive rebound and go up strong.
Spinelli for three, up top, drains it. Jocelyn Spinelli, her second made three of the game. She's tough. Sometimes they don't look good going up, Tony, but they look good going down.
Yes, they do. She's got a nice shot.
41-38 now. The Geibel lead back down to 3. 1:15 left here in the third. Darnell back to Larkin. Larkin doing her thing, driving, scooping it up and in. Emma Larkin. Boy, is she tough. 11 here in the third, 26 for the game. Geibel back up 5 at 43-38.
Yeah, that was too easy. It seemed like the St. Joe's defense just parted and let her go right down the lane.
JJ Scenic out of the corner, hands off to sister Casey. Missed there on the floater. JJ, though, keeps it alive on the far side. Resets outside the arc. Over to Spinelli again. Spinelli liking those three balls, now is at 47 on the season. Touch from the freshman Peyton Hornack. Back to Spinelli. 41 seconds left in the quarter. Casey Scenic posts up. Back again to Spinelli. Line drive three off the mark that time. Darnell in traffic. The rebound there for Geibel, and she got fouled.
I think they're going to get a foul on Hornack as she grabbed from behind. Darnell came down with that rebound, and Peyton Hornack was trying to make the steal and just got called for her first foul. So 33.5 seconds left. I'm going to guess Geibel's going to wait for the last shot.
Remember, St. Joe's closed both the first quarter and the second quarter strong. I think Geibel, as you said, Tony, likely to hang on to the basketball to prevent that from happening here to end the third.
Yeah, just take your time, get a good shot.
Geibel the basketball in a 5-point lead, up 43-38. Now double team comes here on Emma. Emma's going to drive here on the near side. They're going to call her for the travel. Wow.
Yeah, too many defenders to try to go baseline there. And now you're going to have St. Joe's with the last shot. 15 seconds to go.
Goes into Casey Scenic, back to Spinelli. 12 seconds left in the quarter. Geibel backs off defensively. Spinelli spins into the zone. Over to Casey Scenic, near wing, back to Spinelli. Casey sets the screen. Pull it there to Peyton Hornack. Up top, Casey Scenic for three, drains it. Her second made three of the game, and once again, Tony, St. Joe's ends the quarter with a big shot. Casey Scenic with 10, and St. Joe's back to within 2 after 3. It's Geibel 43, St. Joe's 41. Fourth quarter comes your way next in 60 here on the C. Harbor Auto Group High School Sports Night.
The C. Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive C. Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pick up and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy. Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Start of the fourth quarter here at Geibel Catholic High School in Connellsville. Boy, Tony, this one's been a lot of fun tonight. Geibel 43, St. Joseph 41. Expected a tight game. Geibel seeded fourth, St. Joseph's the number 5 seed.
Everything we expected, Brian. I'll tell you what, it's been a great game. It really has. Both of these teams playing hard, and as you mentioned, many runs by both teams, keeping them in the game.
And St. Joe's is closed every quarter extremely strong tonight. Did just that in the third with a Casey Scenic made three. And now let's see if Geibel can answer back, but the Gators turn it over. Spinelli a steal. Back to the freshman Peyton Hornak. Peyton pokes it off there to Casey Scenic. Back into the hands of Spinelli. So St. Joe's an opportunity to tie the game or possibly take the lead on this possession, Tom.
And again, zone defense being applied by Geibel. Now it looks like they dropped in a man.
Peyton Hornak on the far wing, up top to J.J. Scenic, near side Spinelli. Driving here on Morgan, got rejected though by Mallory Clemmer. Ooh. Big block there on the Geibel side, but the Gators going too quickly. Morgan's pass over the head of Clemmer and out. And St. Joe's get the basketball back.
Yeah, actually, I think Morgan got away with a double dribble there as she came up the court. And the ball was just a little bit out of Clemmer's reach. Probably should have just taken the ball across the timeline herself and set up the offense.
Bartolovic over to Spinelli, up top to Casey Scenic. Sent far side now to Bartolovic again. Will turn and shoot. Clemmer another block. Mallory Clemmer making it tough for the Spartans to get points in the paint tonight. And here's Larkin on the other side for Geibel. Geibel the basketball and a 2-point lead, up 43-41. Yeah. 6:55 left in regulation. Yeah, Larkin back to Clemmer.
I'm sorry, we don't keep stats, but I'm going to say that's about the 5th or 6th block for Mallory.
Clemmer on the inside, repositions, can't get the two to go, got her own rebound back. Goes strong again, is able to score on the putback. 15 for Mallory Clemmer. Geibel back up 4 now at 45-41. 6:33 left here in the fourth.
Yeah, Clemmer with a quiet third quarter, only 2 points. She needs to come alive in the fourth.
J.J. Scenic back to the freshman Peyton Hornak. Hornak double team, edge of the zone, keeps it alive. Kicks near side. J.J. Scenic wide open, long two. Tough luck shot there, spinning out. St. Joe's trying to keep it alive, but the Gators able to muscle it away. And Emma Larkin on the ball again with Geibel leading by 4. Emma fighting between defenders, drawing the foul. Shot attempt no good, but she'll have 2 free throws upcoming.
This might be on Peyton Hornak, and it is. So she picks up her second.
Hornak.
And that's going to send Clemmer to the line. Clemmer with, Larkin. I'm sorry, Larkin to the line. I'm sorry.
First of 2 free throws, no good for Emma.
That's her first miss of the night from the line.
6 of 6. We're coming up empty there, so the lead stays at 4. But 6:08 left here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Larkin with 26 so far in the first 3 quarters.
They lost a Band-Aid.
Yeah.
Might have been Emma. She's been cut up tonight.
Like a fighter.
Yes. These throw lower body instead of taking facial shots tonight.
Yes.
Drains the second free throw to give her 27 points for the game. And the Geibel lead at 5 at 46-41. 6:05 left here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
Geibel. Big spot here for St. Joe's.
Yeah, Geibel needs to turn up the defense a little bit, try to create a couple turnovers, then maybe set up some offense, run some clock.
Hornak up to Casey Scenic for 3, rattled out. Clemmer the rebound, pressure there by J.J. Scenic, who showed good hustle there to force the jump ball, and St. Joe's will get it on for this era.
Clemmer had to bring that ball down low to corral it, and what ended up happening was it got tied up, so good play there by Scenic to get the tie up on the loose ball. Spinelli
right to the basket here in the Geibel zone. Triggers it in up top to Casey Scenic, and Casey between defenders, put off the glass, shot won't drop. Off the deflection, Clemmer with the rebound there for Geibel. Off and across to Emma Larkin. Larkin had it poked, able to regain. Put back outside the arc, double team comes on her. Keeps it alive, back to Alexa Morgan. Was she trapped? But a timeout's going to be taken here by Geibel. 30-second timeout. 5:31 left here in the fourth. Geibel 46. And St. Joseph 41. We're back at 30 here on the CR Piranha Group High School Sports Night.
Winter. If you when needed, keep the gas tank full to avoid fuel line freeze up. Also keep a blanket and shovel in the trunk of your car. You never know when it might be needed. These winter safety tips have been brought to you and paid for by Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshock. Wishing everyone a fun and safe winter season. That winter safety message once again courtesy of your good friend, Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshock.
Brian Morozak, Tony Anoa back here at Geibel Catholic High School. 5:31 left here in the fourth quarter. Geibel 46. St. Joseph 41 will be Geibel basketball as Janiyah Darnell will trigger it in from the far side. Into Emma Larkin. A little pressure amped up there on the St. Joe's side a bit, Tony.
Well, they're going to try to double Emma.
Emma's going to drive, scoop it up, shot won't drop. Bartolovic the rebound there for St. Joe's. Bella back across, resets far wing up top. Hornak near side Spinelli. Fronted there by Morgan. Back to Gemma Hornak here between the circles. Scoops it off again to Spinelli on the switch back to Bartolovic. Bartolovic guarded there by Emma Larkin. Bounces it off to Casey Sinek. Back out to Hornak, now Spinelli. Far side there to Bartolovic. Baseline Casey Sinek. Put off the glass. Missed on the first shot attempt. Got it back. Missed there on the putback. St. Joe's trying to keep it alive. JJ Sinek got hit in the head. And they're going to rule it off of Geibel going out. It'll stay St. Joseph basketball.
Yeah, I think Clemmer got a partial piece of that shot by Casey Sinek on the follow-up.
Goes in here to JJ Sinek. JJ pulling it out. Spinelli, three on the way. At the front of the rim, no good. Casey Sinek, the offensive rebound. Pulling it back out to Hornick, and now Spinelli again. And despite the fact that Geibel certainly has the size advantage with Clemmer down low, St. Joseph's showed a lot of hustle tonight.
They sure have. Done a great job on the boards, and that's going to be a foul on Clemmer, a push. And interestingly enough, you know, we said that Casey Sinek had 2 quick fouls in that first quarter, then all of a sudden has yet to pick up one in this second half at all.
And you also noticed, Tony, the stats going in. She only made a couple of threes all season and has sent in 2 here today.
Yeah, she made 3 all year long, and she's made 2 already. She's taken more, too. She only took 10 all year.
Bartolovic here off the inbounds pass, driving and finishing with a left hand. 19 for Bella Bartolovic. 46-43. The Geibel lead at only 3. Clemmer, nice save there. Back to Alexa Morgan, left of the lane. 4:18 left here in the fourth. Back to Larkin, driving, missing, getting it back. Another miss. Geibel looking for a third attempt on the possession. They'll get it as Larkin pulls it back out. Takes a step back 3 and drains it. What a big shot there for Emma Larkin. She isn't even 30 for the game, and the Geibel lead back up to 6 at 49-43 as we go under 4 minutes left here in the fourth quarter.
She missed 2 shots from 2 feet away from the basket, brings it out 20 feet and knocks down a 3.
How about that? Now St. Joe's needing an answer back in traffic. JJ Sinek to sister Casey. Out to Spinelli. She's had the hot hand tonight from the outside and drains her third 3. So the answer back from Spinelli. 48 made threes this season for the junior guard, Jocelyn Spinelli. And St. Joe's back to within 3 at 49-46. And now a timeout taken here by Geibel. Be a full timeout, 3:31 to play. 49-46 Geibel. We're back at 60 on the CR Bronco Group High School Sports Night.
You're the first one on the job site and the last one to leave. Your business doesn't stop, and your truck shouldn't either. At Megan Ford's Commercial Vehicle Center, we're more than a dealership. We're your partner in productivity. We know that every minute your truck is off the road is a minute you aren't earning. Because of our massive commercial inventory, we maintain strong relationships with all major upfitting manufacturers, ensuring you get the lowest possible pricing. Choose from over 20 upfitted vehicles currently in stock, or work with one of our commercial specialists to design the one that you want for your exact requirements. But we know you work hard, so you can play hard too. That's why Megan Ford also carries a massive selection of Ford's most iconic rides, from the legendary capability of the Ford F-150, America's favorite truck, to the off-road adventure waiting for you in a new Ford Bronco. Experience the Megan Ford difference today. You can find us just off of Route 119 in Connellsville, or connect with us anytime at meganford.com.
Brian Morozak, Tony Noah back here at Geibel Catholic High School. Fantastic WPIAL single A quarterfinal round game tonight. The Geibel Lady Gators trying to hang on, up 49-46 over the St. Joseph Spartans. Geibel with the basketball, working left to right as we describe it. Emma Larkin out of her own zone. Picked up there by Hornak. Larkin off the screen, driving and scoring again. Emma Larkin, they cannot slow her down tonight, Tony. She has 32 points, and Geibel leads by 5 at 51-46.
And again, beautiful drive. Just went through a couple defenders and able to get the shot to go.
And there's Bartolovic. Will hop step the finish and gets the basket to go in one.
Bartolovic with the Euro step and able to draw the foul, and she's going to draw that on Janiyah Darnell. So a chance for a three-point play here for an 83% free throw shooter.
I don't know how she got that one to the rim.
I don't either.
St. Joe's back to within 4, and the free throw is no good. Rare missing the foul line from Bartolovic, and Geibel with the rebound. So the Gators, we go under 3 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. The basketball leading by 4 at 51-47. Larkin almost turned it over, able to regain, come far baseline, and get fouled going up. Shot attempt no good. I think they'll get Bartolovic there on the foul.
Yeah, they are going to get Bartolovic on the foul. That's right.
14, Bartolovic.
Tell you what, think Larkin might have got away with it, travel or whatever you want to call it, whenever she lost possession of it. But she's going to head to the line right now.
Larkin, first of 2 free throws, good. Friendly bounce off of both sides of the rim before that one dropped in. 33 tonight for Emma Larkin.
And Emma's working too. She's tired, you can tell.
She drains both free throws here. Geibel's yet to make a substitution tonight, and they lead by 5 at 53-48.
Now, these girls will sleep good tonight, trust me, on both sides.
2:43 left here in the fourth. St. Joseph High School out of Natrona Heights, Pennsylvania. Spinelli up top, over to Casey Scenic. Sister JJ a touch, and then Spinelli again on the far side, lost the handle. Larkin with the steal. Let's see if she pulls it back up here. Numbers favorite St. Joe's, and she does pull it back. Rotates off to her right, now drives, off balance shot, no good. Rebound goes to Casey Scenic in traffic.
Yeah, you don't need the points right now. You need the clock to run.
St. Joe's going quickly, and on the finish there, Johnson Spinelli. Spinelli 5 here in the fourth, 17 for the game. 30-second timeout. St. Joe's will take it as well. One possession game again. Geibel 53, St. Joe's 50. We're back at 30 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
That country rock group Rough Creek returns by popular demand. Please continue to follow the website www.geibelcatholic.org and social media for more details.
2:12 left here in the fourth quarter. Brian Moreau, Zach Wattoni, Hanola, Carl Chowns behind the camera. Nick Barczyk keeping everything running back in our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. Geibel the basketball and a 53-50 lead over St. Joseph as Emma Larkin brings it across. Emma pulls up here high on the right. Fronted there by Gemma Hornack. Emma in traffic, kick in the corner. 3 ball on the way, halfway down from Morgan. Wouldn't drop, battle for the loose ball rebound, and Larkin somehow found it there on the far side. Emma driving back inside, off balance shot, no good. Darnell, another offensive rebound, pulls it out to Morgan. Step back 3, far wing. Off the back iron, no good. Another long rebound, out of bounds. It'll be St. Joseph basketball for Morgan and out with 1:42 to play. St. Joe's an opportunity, Tony, to tie this game with a made 3.
I'm trying to figure out why you're taking all these shots and not running clock. You had 3 shots at the basket there, and you really didn't need any of them. Just take time. Let's go.
JJ Scenic got bumped by Darnell. Nothing called. Takes it on the inside. Out to Hornack. Swung to Spinelli. Step back 3, looking for the tie. Off the mark. Missed wide left, but Clemmer the last to touch it. Going out. It'll remain St. Joseph basketball.
Yeah, the ball just missed everything, and Clemmer tried to get the rebound. Just went off her hands and out of bounds.
1:22 to play. St. Joseph the basketball, triggering into the Geibel zone, down 53-50. Last time Geibel played on this floor, they lost a heartbreaker to Sarah Catholic. Looking for the win here in this WPIAL quarterfinal round game. Spinelli, corner ball, looking for the 3, no good. Emma Larkin the rebound there for Geibel. Now let's run some clock here on the Geibel side, Tony.
Slow it down.
Larkin back into the St. Joe's zone, double teamed, up top, knocked away. Bartolovic forced the turnover, a little give and go. Bella gets it back but couldn't finish. Darnell the rebound in traffic. Missed opportunity there for the Spartans.
Wow, and point blank range. And the coaches are calling for a foul.
52 seconds to play. Geibel will take a 30-second, no, check that, 60-second timeout. 53-50 Geibel. We're back at 60 on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatrics, cosmetics, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com, and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry.
Falling in love with a house? Head over heels for a home plan? Take the plunge. Apply for a mortgage loan with First Federal Savings and Loan of Greene County. Feeling commitment shy? Complete a mortgage pre-qualification. It's simple. 100% online, and you'll get a personalized answer within 1 business day. Then save the date for a move-in day or groundbreaking and put a key ring on it. Apply online at ffgc.bank First Federal Savings Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
51 seconds left in regulation. Geibel the basketball up 3 at 53-50. Shania Darnell into the backcourt to Emma Larkin. Emma double team, works back to her right, gets into the forecourt. Larkin back to Alexa Morgan in the corner. Emily Horn's going to fire the three. It's too strong. And Spinelli the rebound there for St. Joe's.
What is she thinking?
Spinelli off far side. Bartolovic looking for the tie. And she drains the three from the far wing. They were knotted up at 53. 25 seconds to play. Larkin to bring it across. Larkin has it poked there by Hornack. And now a foul called here in the backcourts. But neither team over the limit.
Yeah, they're going to call that on Gemma.
Number 4,
Gemma Hornack. So 17.2 to go.
You talk about buckle up time, Tony. Here we are, tied at 53.
I was waiting for that.
17 seconds left into the backcourt there to Larkin. Larkin here on the near side. Larkin coming near baseline, driving. And a blocking foul called here on St. Joe's with 10 seconds left.
It's going to send Larkin to the line. It's got to be in the act of shooting. That's going to be the third foul on Casey Scenic.
No, they're going to call non-shooting.
Oh, wow.
Third on Casey Scenic.
And they're going to, yeah, they are going to call it on the floor.
Wow. So Larkin will trigger it in, left of the basket in the St. Joe's zone. Game tied at 53, 10 seconds left. Emma works it in, looking for Clemmer, deflected. Mallory finds it, turn and shoot, and Mallory Clemmer gives Geibel a 2-point lead at 55-53. And we have a St. Joe's player down. 4.6 left on the clock. One of the Spartans down there, Tony, grabbing their head.
Yeah, and I can't see, and I think it's an ankle. I think it's a right ankle. Can't see. I
think it's Casey Scenic.
I do too.
Only St. Joseph Senior.
Yeah, and it is her. I'm trying to look and see who's standing up at the bench here, but yeah, it's going to be Casey. She tried to defend Mallory on that jump shot in the lane. It must have come down on her ankle. She's in a lot of pain.
They're going to actually put some time back on the clock. 5.5 left.
Yeah, and that's the right call because that ball went through about 5-5, and then they, with her injury, they were trying to call a timeout. The referees were trying to stop the play.
You have to think you'll probably have both Hornacks in the game. With Casey going down, able to stand up here, and seems all right. Sometimes you get that initial shock factor in an injury situation like that. She's going to walk it off.
Now still, you're gonna lose a big underneath.
Both teams one timeout left. JJ Scenic will trigger it in. St. Joe's down 2. 5.5 left here in the fourth. Remember, they have some deadly three-point shooters, including Spinelli. JJ working it in there to Gemma Hornack. Hornack between defenders, trying to come forward, and Mallory Clemmer will knock it away, and Geibel will hang on for a quarterfinal round playoff win.
Beautiful defense there by Mallory Clemmer. Stepped into passing lane and stole the ball, and it ended the game. Beautiful play.
That's a 55-53. A late Mallory Clemmer basket, the difference as the Lady Gators defeat the St. Joseph Spartans in a thriller here tonight. Stay tuned for our post-game show being brought to you by Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, helping local people with their legal matters since 1976. We're back in a moment here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and YouTube Live.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes of U.S. Digestive Health in Uniontown. Doctors Calabrese, Hoppy, Lorenz, and I want to wish the very best to all our local hoops teams this season and remind everyone that our team of board-certified specialists are highly committed to provide the highest quality of care for any and all gastrointestinal and liver problems. Call us at 724-437-7677.
WMBS high school basketball coverage is proudly sponsored by the law firm of Goodwin Como. Voted Fayette County's best attorney, Benjamin F. Goodwin, and the award-winning Goodwin Como team have been trusted by your friends and neighbors for nearly 2 decades. From estate planning and administration to personal injury, workers' compensation, property matters, family law, and criminal defense, they deliver dedicated, personalized representation when it matters most. With 2 convenient offices in Uniontown and Bell Vernon, visit GoodwinComo.com or call them at 724-438-1616 for your free initial consultation. Goodwin Goodwin Como, righting wrongs, securing justice.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutoSales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
Geibel Catholic will be presenting a Godspell review on Friday evening, April 24th, and Saturday afternoon, April 25th, in the Geibel Catholic Gymnasium. Please follow the website, www.geibelcatholic.org, and social media for more details.
When you need notary services, trust the best. Sandy Howell Notary Services, back-to-back gold medal winner for Best Notary in Fayette County. They're here for you with extended hours to fit your schedule. Sandy Howell's also the 2025 gold medal winner for Best Title Company. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 8:30, and Saturdays, 9 to 5. Call 724-564-8955 today for Sandy Howell Notary Services, where excellence is signed and sealed.
Brian Morozak, Tony Anola back here at Geibel Catholic High School with a thriller here tonight. Geibel surviving 55-53 over St. Joseph. The game-winning shot by Mallory Clemmer, Tony, coming with about 5.5 seconds left.
5.5 seconds left is right. And able to make the big steal at the end as well to preserve the win for the Geibel Gators. And you're right, Brian, when you said survive, couple offensive possessions I just don't understand for Geibel, but they were fortunate and they were able to pick up a win here tonight.
And credit St. Joseph, hit some big shots hanging in the game. Bartolovic, Spinelli, Casey Scenic played strong, but unfortunately St. Joe's are not done yet. They'll have a PIAA play-in game as well on Monday, but a hard-fought game. Hate to see either one of these teams lose tonight, but Geibel, an opportunity to advance to the WPIAL semifinals for a second straight year. Of course, it was Claret that knocked them off a season ago. We're going to be joined here by Emma Larkin, who was Geibel's leading scorer tonight. Emma finishing here with 34 points.
Oh, wow.
And Emma,
I didn't even know that.
Yes. Well, what a battle, though, tonight. I mean, it was a dogfight coming in.
Definitely, yeah. We knew coming in it was going to be hard, but any playoff basketball game is really hard, so we just stayed focused and came in and played.
Talk about the mindset entering as the number 4 seed. Of course, you guys only lost one game all year.
Right.
The St. Joseph side, they said they weren't even expecting to play Geibel because of where you guys got seeded, but came through and made the shots when you had to tonight.
Yeah, I mean, seeding doesn't really matter. It matters, but it doesn't matter. We got the second round bye, so that was a plus, and we just come in and play. Playoff basketball is, again, a different game. I mean, if you look at the boys' side, you just had a number 14 seed beat a number 1 seed. You never know what can happen. So,
I got to ask you guys, the last couple possessions, how come you guys didn't freeze the ball?
Right now I can't even think of the last couple seconds of the game.
It's okay. Put it this way.
Tony was saying, wait, hold, kill clock, and you guys are shooting 3.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we have a young team. So we'll fix that for later on.
I'm sure your mother was going crazy on the bench.
She probably was.
Yeah, I got a feeling she was.
9 times out of 10, yeah.
What an opportunity to celebrate tonight in the semifinals for a second straight year coming up on Monday, likely taking on Aquinas Academy.
Yeah, they're number 1 seed. You know that they're going to be tough. We know they're going to be tough, but again, playoff basketball, you never know what's going to happen. We're going to practice hard. We're going to work together. We're going to keep talking and maybe freeze the ball at the end there.
Well, you guys saw them last year in a PIAA playing game for positioning. What maybe did you learn in that game that might help you out coming up on Monday?
Yeah, so again, I have to talk about Mallory. So last year she was a freshman, so this year she's grown so much more. And last year I think we were still a little nervous. We still had a young team. We still have a young team this year, but Mallory's a lot more confident. I'm a lot more confident. Jania's a lot more confident. So we do have 2 freshmen on the floor, but I think that this game helped them for this next coming up game, so hopefully they won't be as nervous. So I think we're ready and we're excited.
And you mentioned Mallory, of course, the game-winning shot at the end with 5.5 and then the steal on the other side to really preserve it.
Oh, yeah, came in clutch. I love Mal.
Yes. Emma, an opportunity to celebrate tonight. We'll see you on Monday.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Thanks.
That's Emma Larkin joining us here in the post-game show with 34 tonight, pacing the way for the Geibel Lady Gators, Geibel's all-time leading scorer, and certainly testing those heart rates tonight. Geibel winning it 55-53. Tony's back with the final numbers in a moment for you here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network and YouTube Live.
This is attorney Michael Mays of the Davis & Davis Law Firm. We have been helping injured people just like you recover millions of dollars for over 45 years. If you're hurt or injured, I want to meet you and make sure you get the money that you deserve. Call me at 724-437-2799 for your free consultation. The Davis & Davis Law Firm has been protecting our neighbors in Greene and Fayette counties for over 45 years. Go to davisanddavislaw.com or call 724-437-2799 for your free consultation.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
Your health is the most important thing to you. When you need physical therapy, find the best clinic to serve you. Movement Physiotherapy, now located off Route 40 on Pedro Drive, west of Uniontown, understands this and wants to help ease the stress. Tyler Gasick has over 10 years of experience helping people improve their health with physical therapy and is ready to help you. Tyler's from the Uniontown area and is committed to helping improve his community. To schedule your appointment, phone 724-912-PTPT or visit Movement Physiotherapy online at movementpp.com.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
Geibel with 55.
Special at Old World Coffee and Gelato. From rich, handcrafted espresso and perfectly brewed coffee to smooth, authentic gelato made the Old World way. It's the taste of Europe, right here in your neighborhood. Whether you are starting your morning or treating yourself after dinner, Old World Coffee and Gelato, 314 West Crawford Avenue in Connellsville. It's simply delicious.
Brian Rozak, Tony Anula back here. Geibel Catholic High School. Geibel a 55-53 win over the St. Joseph Spartans here tonight. Tony has all of your final stats. They're brought to you by First Federal Savings Loan Association of Greene County.
All right, for the victorious Geibel Gators, who improved to 22-1 overall. They were led tonight by Emma Larkin, who had 34 points. She was followed by Mallory Clemmer, who had 17. A made basket by Alexa Morgan in the second quarter, and a made basket by Janiah Darnell in the third quarter for their two. They scored 14 in both of the first two quarters, 15 in the third, and 12 in the fourth for their total of 55. They were 10 for 12 from the foul line. They had one made three and only one made three, and that was in the fourth quarter by Emma Larkin. On the other side for the St. Joseph Spartans, who dropped to 13 and 10 overall, they were led by Bella Bertolovic, who had 24 points. She was followed by Jocelyn Spinelli, who had 17. 10 points by Casey Scenic, and a made basket by Peyton Hornack. 13 in the first, 16 in the second, 12 in both the third and fourth quarters for their total of 53. They were 5 for 7 from the foul line, and they had 8 made threes in this game. 3 by Spinelli, 3 by Bartolovic, and 2 by Casey Scenic.
Well, Tony, I guess I'll see you on Monday night for Geibel's semifinal round game. We'll at least have audio coverage here on the WMBS side. If there's an opportunity for us to bring you video, we certainly will, but we're pretty much being told that the game will likely be behind a paywall, unfortunately, through another platform, but I'll be with you in one form or another on Monday.
Sounds good, and I'm looking forward to that game as well. Geibel with a squeaky win here tonight, and they were able to pull it out, but really better be on their A game against Aquinas Academy if they're the winners.
Yeah, certainly a lot of fun. I'm actually checking here, and at halftime on our Mauser's Tires scoreboard, Aquinas led Eden Christian 35-16. You'd have to think it will be Aquinas that Geibel will see coming up on Monday. Again, that game will be at a neutral site. We'll pass along all of the game information at some point tomorrow once we have all of the info here on WMBS. You can check out our social media pages, and certainly we'll have it on the air for you as well. And I have to thank all of the folks, Tony, as well, that made this game possible tonight. Lauren Clemmer did a fantastic job helping us get things organized tonight, and all of our live video stream sponsors, including Dr. Mallard and Donna, George Lady Gator fans, Jaybirds Detailing, Mike Kelly Toda of Uniontown Old War Coffee and Gelato, Sandy Howe Notary Services, Geibel Catholic Junior Senior High School, Goodwin Como PC, Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshak, and Megan Ford. Again, at least have audio coverage for you on Monday. We can bring you video. We'll certainly try to do that as well.
And looking forward to it. And like I said, congratulations to Geibel and continue their season. And fantastic crowd here tonight. And it was a great playoff game to watch.
Again, I have to thank Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law studios. My broadcast partner, Tony Hanula. Carl Chow's behind the camera on our YouTube live video feed. This is Brian Morozak saying have yourselves a pleasant good evening. Again, your final score, 55-53. Geibel over St. Joseph. Selling everybody from the swamp here in Connellsville.